What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, over the weekend, bruh. Here we go. Let the circus begin. Looks like Trump decided to post himself up like he's Jesus, being the president and having all that power. You don't want you first of all, you shouldn't even be choosing a faith. You shouldn't people have lots of faith. There are people from all walks in this society. We're not a Christian nation. We're not we're not those things. So he posts himself up like that, and it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. He made the comment about Allah. You just have to wonder what's going on with this dude, man. He posted himself up. He posted himself up like he was somebody special, and it's disrespectful. And if you notice, everybody in that photo is white. So Jesus only works for white people. I mean, this is the stuff he posts. He's the president of the United States. He goes out of his way to make everything he do white, as if Jesus only works for white people, and that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And despite that, he's at war with Iran, and their casualties. There's over what 5,000 civilians have died in Iran. He thinks he's Jesus. Is this something Jesus would do? Or is it just he doesn't care? Maybe he just doesn't care, man. He could care less. The body count is growing on the American side. We got 15 troop deaths, over 520 injuries to American service members. We got 5,000 deaths in Iran. And it's just continued to climb, man. And Trump posted a photo where he depicted himself as if he was Jesus. Now I want you to know, given the fact that he's the president, you do have to take a step back. But, you know, getting this Messiah complex says a psychological state where an individual holds a delusional belief that they are destined to become a savior, rescue others, or fix the world's problem. Narcissistic tendency or certain health conditions says extreme controlling behaviors, an often arrogant mindset where a person feels responsible for saving others like a white knight. Beta male. Beta male. We might have to do something. Is Trump a beta male? Now we're in the middle of a blockade. I'm looking at all these related conditions. uh, narcissistic personality disorder, delusional, someone who takes charge when they don't have the skills. Forced. I see forced all over here. God complex, megalomania. Forced. I see forced. That's the whole forced to repent by the blade of a sword. That's not how you do it, but it has been done like that before. And it's cult leaders. Jim Jones, David Koresh. This is symbolic with people who lead cults. Megalomaniacs, delusional, lies. They just tell lies, and they're obvious lies. They just expect you to believe them because they're the leader of your cult. Just lies. And amazing thing about guys like this? You know what's amazing about this? A lot of those guys are stupid. A lot of the stuff is stupid. They're not even smart people, yet they've managed to get dumb people to believe in them. And they turn around and follow them. And it's lies. And the cult leaders are stupid and they tell lies. And the cult followers, you got to believe them. You have to. That's your leader. You got to believe everything they say. Even when they say things that you know are wrong. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. You hear these guys. These guys say things that's stupid. Wait a minute, man. That's what you just said was stupid. Then, because they're cult leaders, they demand, they say, well, they'll then turn around and turn their cult on you. And I say, you guys are champion for a fool. But that's the way they are, man. And Trump knows that. That's what he's done to the Republicans. He told those Republicans, if you disagree with me, I'll put someone against you in your state to run against you, and I'll support them. Trump's already told them that. Trump's already told them they're going to listen to him no matter what he says. This man's putting pictures of himself as if he's Jesus. Can you just think about that for a moment, man? He wants you to worship him. Yeah. He put this up. He posted this photo. He's putting himself up like he's sent from heaven. He's special. This is a man who has a Bitcoin. This is a man who's accused of bribery. This Jesus figure was found guilty for giving a porn chick what he gave, what, $180,000. You think Jesus will get a discount? You know what I mean? You would think Jesus would get a discount. Now here come the coat. Here come the coat. Now Trump posted it. What you see what I'm saying? That's what I mean by coat leader. You hear that? Trump posted it. You act like I posted it. Trump posted this. Here come the coat. 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 Liberal. You're liberal. He posted it. You're a liberal. You're a liberal. Trump got, woo, man, this YouTube stuff. Woo! They got these people, bruh. It ain't just Trump. It's a whole bunch of cults out here. These people believe anything. I mean, they got these people messed up, bro. They brainwashed. They're brainwashed. Just listening to this foolishness. One mistake after the next, but they know they have a cult. So they don't have to tell the truth. And they send these fools out on these crash dummy missions, and they think that makes their point. Don't make the point. It means the world knows more and more this is a cult. You represent a cult, and the people who are in the cult are idiots. Because, hey, you're an idiot. Like, this is the man you follow. This is who you look up to, this man right here. He's convinced you guys that he's Jesus. I mean, you guys think this guy's convinced you that he's Jesus. And you believe that. You pray. I mean, woo. Let me give you a clue. Jesus doesn't have a Bitcoin. Nah. He doesn't have a Bitcoin. What was he talking about a month ago? Rug pulls. Yeah, he's not involved in scams. He doesn't patronize prostitutes. And he's the president of the United States. And there are a lot of Christians in America, but America's not a Christian nation. And this man just spit on all of those Bible-believing Christians. He just spit in their face because he got mad and he says, I'll do whatever I want to do. And now they got a blockade over there, and they're saying, he got in the chat, he said, I'm on here. Hold up, brother, I don't think I'm Jesus. I didn't post anything like Trump did. Isn't that something? Trump does something stupid, and these brainwashed buffoons try to defend it, and then they attack you. They attack you. Why are you attacking me, brother? Why are you attacking me? He posted it. You don't play with people's religion, man. You don't post images of yourself like that. What's wrong with you? Why do they try so hard? Look, brother, listen to me. Trump is the president of the United States. I'm an American. Trump's my president. You know, I know people say that's yours. Well, that's them. He's my president. But wait a minute. He makes mistakes, man. Why are you so conditioned to think any response to his mistakes means A, I'm a liberal, or B, I have some type of personal thing with the man? Listen, brother, he posted this garbage. He posted this nonsense. He said that stuff about all praises due. He takes people's religion in vain. He disrespects their faith. And you guys are making excuses. This guy said Democrat. You know what, bro? They got you, bro. They got you, stupid Negroes. You stupid Negroes. All y'all think about is Democrat, Republican, brother. Right and wrong. What about that? He got you. He got you. And you know what it is? It's desperation. It's looking for somebody to try to believe in. It's an act of desperation. It's an act of desperation, man. They're so desperate to try to find a leader, man. Trump, this is your faith leader. This is the man that you follow, Donald Trump. And he's posting photos of himself. Trump posted this photo. He's posting photos of himself as if he's Jesus. And this is disrespectful. It's disrespectful to your evangelical community. It's disrespectful to any person of faith. And if America was truly a Christian country, there would be a problem with this. So he posted Obama's as orange. Yep, they made a bunch of excuses for that. His coat came up here. He put Obama's on apes or orangutans or something, and he put Obama on it. Then he turned around and his coat came out and started making excuses for him. That's the thing about being in these coats. It's not, he ain't the only one with a coat. The thing about being in a coat, you got to defend your leader no matter what he does. Now, if you guys want to worship a man, if you want to worship flesh and blood, I don't know what to tell you, man. Go right ahead. I don't worship none of these fuckers. They ain't nothing but men. They just like, well, they're not like me, but they're men. Why would I worship another man? A man? He's a man. He gonna get sick and die like everybody else. Why would I worship him? Ain't nothing special about him. If he's anointed and he speaks the word, okay, he delivers the messenger. He's a messenger. He's a messenger, but no, I don't worship man. But these cult groups, and you got this on YouTube, you got these cults, they want you to worship the leader. Why would I worship an idiot? That's what I'm saying. You got cults out here, and dudes done time. If you Jesus, how come you had to go to jail, Jesus? You know what I'm saying? These guys, bruh. God, these guys are stupid, man. And they prey on the ignorant, man. Trump's doing a job. It ain't just him. There's cults all around YouTube. They're preying on the ignorant. They just prey on them. They prey on them. And then when you listen to their reasonings, it's asinine. It's not even good. Like some of the stuff, you string it together, it makes sense. The stuff they say don't even make sense, and then they demand that their cult followers believe it and try to support it. You can't even support it. It's so stupid. Yeah, and he posted himself like he's Jesus. And we got 25 to 30 dead Americans because of Trump. And he probably wishes he could try to bring them back, but that ain't gonna work. How come he don't have his baseball hat on? I looked that up too. Per military regulations, you can't wear no type of civilian. If it's not approved, you can't wear it. And then you can't wear that with that hat he had on. You can't wear that hat to a military funeral. You can be a civilian, but if you're associated with that funeral, you can't wear no type of unauthorized civilian clothes. It's clear guidelines of what's approved and what's not approved. And Trump was not approved. Trump was not approved. We got a Messiah complex. We got an individual. We have an individual who posts himself up. I seen a Superman post. This man says, "You will worship me." This man is telling you, you will worship me with all of my faults, all the mistakes I make. I had to pay a woman to have sex with me, but I'm Jesus. That you going to worship me. And it's working. It's working. A lot of these, he got a lot of them. He got a lot of them, man. He got the entire Republican Party that kiss eating out of his hands. And he's telling the world, you are going to worship me. I am your God. Get on your knees and pray. And somebody was saying Trump ain't been to a church since when inauguration. So that man ain't seen no church. I think he sat in one. I think during some period of time that because that lady was telling him to back up. He didn't like that, but woo, bro, he got you, man. Y'all. So y'all hold up. I was raised as a Christian. I was a little kid. Went to church. I seen, all the pictures, all the holy pictures. We was little kids. We used to call them angels. We see the people in there. We would call them angels. So we couldn't even, for the longest, we couldn't even touch the Bible. We had to have permission. And I remember when I got older, around 13, I actually picked it up. I remember that was forbidden. That was absolutely forbidden in my household. You don't touch this Bible. You don't play in it. You can play in anything, a lot of other things, but not anything else. But you could play with a lot of other things, but you couldn't touch the Bible. So when I got about 13, 14, I picked it up one day. I saw it and I just picked it up. And I remember being prevented from even touching it. And I looked at it and I went over it. And Trump wasn't in there. I remember that I looked a lot of places. Trump wasn't in that Bible. I looked at all, especially it wasn't that many. We had one of them old school Bibles. We had the Bible, inside the what they call that thing? Damn, it's a little thing to keep your pages. What is that thing that you stick in a book? Bookmarker. We had a bookmarker, and it had King, Kennedy, and was it Lincoln? No, Jesus. It was a picture, a depiction of what they said was Jesus. And King, we had that in our, big old, man, that book was big, man. And it had that gold flake around the edges. Man, that Bible was big. Big one too, man. You open it up, it cover up the whole, that thing must have been, 2 feet? 12 inches, 12 by 10, or maybe 12 by 12. That thing was big, man. When you open it up, it took about 2 feet. And that was our Bible. And we couldn't touch it. And I'm telling you, maybe yours, Trump's in it. Mine, there wasn't no picture of Trump. There was not a picture of Donald Trump in my Bible. Now he's all of a sudden, all of these people up here, all these guys up here who follow him without question and live and die on his every word. Now he's Jesus to you. So now he's Jesus to you guys. Yeah, you guys put this man ahead of your faith. You put him ahead of your faith. So now when you go to church or you pray, you praying to Trump? And this is the same guy who had to pay a woman to have sex with him. He's holy? That's a holy man? If Trump's Jesus, what does that make Putin? What does that make Vladimir Putin? The Holy One. All praises to the Holy One, Donald Trump. And he's on his bed saving a white man. You see that? Well, you know what though? If you want to be, if we do have to get down to specifics, it wasn't nothing but white people in my Bible. So that Bible I grew up on, there wasn't no but white people in that Bible. Every picture, man. I ain't seen what no black people in that Bible, man. My neighborhood was full of black people. Wasn't no black people in that Bible. It's disrespectful to be blasphemous. And he's the leader of the free world, Noble. That's what you don't understand. As a leader, he has a certain requirement. He has to lead the United States, all of them. When he disrespected Islam, there are Islamic service members over in Iran. Well, they're not in Iran, over on those ships. You think it's okay to disrespect their faith? In some cases, a person's faith is everything. A leader, somebody who's just a leader, they get to claim to be your God, and you guys buy into this stuff. You guys buy into it. That's the best you can do with your life, man. Go out and worship another man. Because he what? Because if he, why does he have a Bitcoin? I didn't know Jesus needed a Bitcoin. And if you think of the character in the Omen, Damien is the embodiment of Trump. Wow. He said Jesus was another man. Why you worship him? You tell me, brother. Trump posts a picture, that a blasphemous, disrespectful picture, and his cult following is accusing other people of doing something inappropriate. Brother, he did that. I know you think Trump is the greatest, mostest, bestest. He's the one doing this. And the thing about it, you're making excuses for him. Why don't you call him out when he makes a mistake? That's all. You can be 100% behind Donald Trump. But when he makes a mistake, what's wrong with we don't even, you see that? That's where we're at now. In 2026, we've come to the point where we've become so brainwashed. Whether it's social media now, we look up to these people so much that we think they can do no wrong. He said Trump does this to get people. Well, he is the president. What else does he want? And once again, more excuses, more excuses, more. There he is making more excuses. You guys make excuse after excuse after excuse. And we got a guy up here who's bringing his racism up here. He says, why do 2% or 14%? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Why do 2% or 14% make 56% of all the victims of violent crimes? 2% or 14%? Yeah, I don't know, brother. I don't even know what you're talking about. But, brother, to me, you want to talk about overthinking something? We're opposed to any type of crime over here, brother, including the ones Trump was found guilty of. We're opposed to crimes. But you got to break it down. See, when you do that, you're telling me you're a racist. When you got to squeeze it down like that, yeah, you're a racist, brother. Man, he said, if Obama, come on, man. If Obama was running around here calling himself Jesus, Obama would be gone, man. Can you imagine Fox News? Can you imagine Fox News if Obama was walking around here referring to himself as Jesus? Can you imagine what Fox News would do to him? Can you imagine what Donald Trump would do to him? This man thinks he's Jesus. He's got a Messiah complex. And you see that in the hood, a lot of people in the hood, when they have that break, when they have that psychotic break from reality, they walk around talking about they Jesus and praying. There was a dude, you saw this guy used to dress in all white. He used to, he had sheets, bed sheets. He had a bed sheet with a hole in it for a shirt and a bed sheet wrapped around his bottom. And some Walmart, I think those were some those were some Walmart sandals. I don't know if they had Nike on them or not, but I know he had on them rubber sandals. And he had a towel wrapped around his head. And that man used to walk around referring to himself as Jesus. That man used to hit you with scriptures and then immediately request a donation. He'd walk right up to you. Excuse me. I have a prayer I have to say to you. He just walked to you like, you, friends, family, you're walking up the street. You turn the corner, there's this man, he's dressed in robes, which is really bed sheets. He's got a towel on his head. He's got on some Walmart Nike sandals, and he walks up to you and says, excuse me, sir. And you step back and he says, can I please, it's been put on my soul to give you this scripture. And you say, okay. And he'll give you a scripture. And, oh, okay, thank you. You blessing me, thank you. Then it'll be like, can I get $2? I'm trying to take the 14th to Bellevue. And you like, wait a minute, brother. I thought you was a religious figure. I thought you was a man of God. I thought that you're the anointed one. You're the apostle. I thought you were special. I thought you could walk on water. Well, if you could walk on water, why you need to take the bus? Just walk right on the cross. Just walk right on the cross, man. You special. And why you got dirty sheets on? If you're God, why you got dirty? Yeah, they out here like that. When they snap, they out here. We had a woman, she was running around saying she's pregnant. She's been pregnant since 1973. She's got on pregnancy clothes. She's got, I don't know what it is. She's got something inside her where the stomach part is. She got something in there. And she walks around and she'll talk about religious things, and then she'll ask you if you could give her a couple of dollars because, she trying to, it'll be something. She trying to make it to a hospital appointment. Be like, wait a minute, you've been pregnant since 73? She said, yeah, yes. Well, this 2026, you going to the hospital today? That's been a minute, ain't it? I ain't had no money. So, hey, man, hey, man, you can't make this stuff up, bro. Yeah, brother. And Trump's out here doing that same thing now. It's a lady out here. They had on the television, said she got pregnant in 73. Said she woke up and she'd been pregnant, man, for years. And we like, because people like, It's a baby in there. She says it is. And she walks around bumming change. And when she does that, man, you just have to not believe that there's nothing spiritual. You got to remember, hey, man, ain't nothing spiritual going on with that woman. Ain't nothing spiritual going on with that woman. And if you don't know, I think she got me. I was a kid, man. I think she got me. I think I might have been 12, something between 12 and 15. I was downtown with my friends. I had seen her, and we saw her and we met her, and we was innocent, and we sort of believed her. And I think she got me for $1 or something like that. She got all of us. All of us felt like we needed to contribute. We felt she was like special. I don't know if it was $1, maybe a quarter. Anyhow, at 2026, that woman's still running around here. She's still running around here. And there's people out there who still give her money. He said, everyone getting butthurt over a picture, but not one of you doing or saying shit. Yeah, that's how you put that when you talk about these religious conversations. Make sure, okay. But not one of you doing or saying shit about the politicians stealing money from us. Y'all are, well, one of them is Trump. Trump's one of them. What are you talking about? We're talking about Trump right here. Can you believe that? This guy talking about Trump, bro? God, man, you guys are so brainwashed. Oh, God. Even on the facts, like you could be, look, brother, vote for him, love him, believe he's Jesus, but damn, when you talk facts, they don't even want to believe in the fact. This man's got a Bitcoin scheme. Talking about rug pulls. Taking money and stuff, these countries, if you don't pay us, we not going to help. He ain't talking about pay, he talking about us. That said, Arturo, it's said that we've moved so far that, faith, people used to have faith that we replaced that faith in the word. Now we believe in a man who's just as flawed as me and you, a man who's just as incapable as me and you. We believe in that now. Isn't that something? That's like worshiping LeBron James. Why? Because he can play basketball. Yeah, but that's not your Jesus, brother. Brother, that ain't your Jesus, brother. Oh, I know a lot of you, but a lot of you, I know what y'all worship. Y'all down there on OnlyFans. I know y'all down there on OnlyFans. I know what you do. You up in them DMs. The ways of the flesh done got to you. I know that. I know where they got you. Like, share, support, man. Let me get this clown out of here. There you go. Woo. Don't be surprised if you see this picture on someone's truck with the American flag. Yeah? Yeah, and especially one on a black. Let me tell you something. Damn, I should do it. I ought to go get a T-shirt and put that on a shirt. I'm a black man. I'm serious. And go to Trump Go to a dense populated area where I know it's a lot of Trump supporters, and I had to walk around with that shirt on and then record watch what happens. Watch they walk up to me and praise me. Watch. Because I'm black. They're gonna make a big deal about me. There ain't nothing but a shirt, but they see a black guy walking around, they're gonna say, thank you, brother. They're gonna say, brother, the liberal media hasn't got to you, brother. Praise God, brother. What does a bird and the Statue of Liberty have to do with religion? They got an eagle in there. Ain't no, is it eagles in? I don't think there's no eagles in the Bible. Isn't that something, man? They raise you on the Bible, and then when you become of an adult age, they then try to jam some white boy into your face to worship. And you dumb Negroes jump to that. You dummies do that. Bro, these black people, bro, they're pitiful, bro. Absolutely pitiful. Like the stream, bro. They do that to these dumb Negroes and they fall for it every day. He said there are eagles in the Bible. But don't you supposed to be a Christian person? Don't you supposed to practice what you preach? Aren't there fallen angels in the Bible? When they say those are the ones who know the word and then go against the word? Well, Trump can't blame nobody. He posted it, a Messiah complex. He's got himself as a healer. I hope he can heal those 20 dead service members who got to come home in a flag draped casket. I hope Trump can raise them from the dead. Since he believes he's Jesus, I hope he can reach over into their coffins and bring them back to life since he believes he's Jesus. And he believes that too. He believes that he's special. He believes that he can do no wrong. He think people just have to believe his lies. And he's got a group of, he got the cults. The cult leaders, these guys, you know the cult thing for me, man. I can see it, but they can't be liars because why if they're cult leaders, why do they have to lie? Most of these guys, they want to be cult leaders. They're dummies, though. They don't know what they're talking about. They know absolutely not one. They don't even know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. And they got these cults, man, and it's filled with stupid people. Idiots. The great falling away. It's a depiction. The whole Jesus figure is a depiction. In Islam, you can't have an image of the Prophet Muhammad. You can't. There is no image. Well, you cannot have an image. When they wrote Islam, he didn't want no pictures, images. He couldn't read or write, yet he wrote the Quran. He did it in a cave. Now This is something else, man. We're living in a country now where our president thinks he's Jesus. I never thought I'd see that. I never thought I'd see that day, man. When I've seen the president, I've looked up and I've seen a president here, a president there. We had Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton never walked around and said he was Jesus. Bill Clinton was president. George Bush, both of them. George Bush has passed away. The other one, he didn't say he was president. I never seen that. Now we got a president that thinks he's Jesus. What does he want from us, though? What does he want from America? Well, he's already the president. What else do you want? What else does he want? Dangerous and irresponsible. This is blasphemous, and you have to respect other people's religion, even if you don't share it. If you're a Muslim, you're going to respect a Christian, a Jew, and supposedly they respect yours. You don't play with somebody's faith, man. You don't play with someone's faith. You know what's a real big lie? You know what a huge, because he said Trump be lying. We know he be lying, but right, check this out. The one he says about Melania. She's a movie star. Her movie's so hot. Man, that garbage ass movie, man. Basically, it's her putting on hats, chewing up English. That woman speak one language, Ebonics. Melania can't speak no 5 languages, man. Melania speak one language, Ebonics. That pidgin English she puts out is trash, and she walks around putting on hats. And you're supposed to want to see that. You're supposed to sit there and listen to what, an hour and a half of her talking in Ebonics and trying on hats. Well, if that's my choice watching Melania's movie, I will be joining I will be down there on OnlyFans where I can make sufficient better use of my time. I'm not looking at that garb. And he gets up there and says, Melania with the hottest movie out right now. And I said, what? That movie? Ain't nobody looking at that movie, man, but you. He said, Melania's eye candy. Who cares? Well, not really. She's the first lady. I don't know about all that you talking about, brother. Like I said, I will go to OnlyFans. I'm not going to, just because a woman is a woman, that don't mean I want to sexualize her. And you guys need to be careful with that, because you shouldn't do that. And it's because a lot of pretty women out here, man, you ain't got to sexualize them. Okay, she's an attractive woman. Okay. What about it? Well, she's here to do, look at this police officer. She's an attractive woman. Okay. Meaning what? I'm supposed to just sit around there and oogle and Google? No, I'm not. That's a police officer. I treat her with the respect I treat any police officer. And in America, there are so many other opportunities. You don't have to do that. Just go find you another place. There are women out here who would love to entertain you. And they're not police officers. They love the job they do, and they would love to give you an hour, 2 hours of happiness. You got to pay them. But you don't have to be a thirst bucket. Talking about Melania is attractive. Man, that's you thirsty, bruh, to even say some shit like that. Now, I ain't got no problem. I mean, that's his woman. I ain't got no problem with the woman. He's talking about the movie. He talking about somebody to watch them. I want to watch that woman move. Why do I want to see that movie anyhow? All she ain't doing it but putting on hats and speaking ebonics. And that's what that is. She gets no criticism for that. Whenever Melania speaks, that's fucking ebonics. That chewed up pigeon English. That's yeah. That's not fluent English. She speaks in fucking ebonics and she has a movie wearing hats. Said mail order. Say he could, the guy in the chat said he can get him a Melania tomorrow. He said he can get a either Thursday or weekend. He'll get another $25 off. He can get him a mail order bride delivered. Delivered. I heard that, brother. I heard that, brother. He said she's sexy. Where can I go to Lowe's? You know what? If you went to Lowe's, you probably would run into a bunch of Melanias. They have to work too, brother. Even when they be stripping, they still got to work. You don't know what they money like. It's some Melanias in Lowe's. I was at Home Depot the other day. It was a woman at the counter. She's a very attractive woman. She wasn't talking about nothing though. So I whatever man want to deal with that, you know, I wish him the best of luck. She wasn't talking about nothing. Yeah, we've changed, man. As a society, we've changed. Trump's got a messiah complex. And we have to accept that. He ain't no different than the dudes in your city. Like I said, there's a guy in my city. For years, all that dude wear is white, all white. And he don't realize he needs to get him some real sandals. Man, go get you some Hebrew sandals. Go get you some sandals from the Middle East. You got to take the Nike flip-flops off. That kills the whole anointed one image. That destroys the image. You don't. He's not an anointed one. If you got to if you got to buy Walmart sandals, right? The cheap ones too. You're not anointed. You're not an anointed one. You bed sheets and Nike sandals. No, go get you some regular sandals, real sandals. And robes, man. Take off the bed sheets. Take the curtains off. He thinks he's Jesus, and there's a woman pregnant. She thinks she's special. I think she thinks she's married. Says she woke up pregnant in 73. And it's 2026 now. She's still running around with her hand out. She's still running around with a cup for donations. Says she was waiting. I saw her downtown. She was asking me for a couple of bucks. I saw her as a kid. Later, I would see her as an adult. She asked me for a couple of bucks. I gave her $1. No, 50 cents when I was a kid. All of us did. All of us did. We thought it was a thing to do. We actually believed she was special until I saw her as an adult. And I'm downtown, and there she comes. And I said, man, it's that same woman from back in the day. She comes up, and she's got this story, you know, all of this religious stuff at first, and then she comes up to me and said, can I get a donation? And I said, when you gonna have your baby? She said, it's coming. The Lord is willing, it's coming. I didn't know if that was rags or something. She had stuff, you know, and I was about to give her something, man, until she mentioned There was another person. It was like 4 people. We all listening to her, and then I think I dug in my pocket. I was gonna give her a dollar or something, and she told the lady. The lady was like, "Baby, how long you gonna be out here?" Like she was gonna shop and come back. She said, "Well, I'm gonna be out here all day if my food stamps don't hit." And when she said that, she can't. You cannot be sent from heaven and you down here waiting on your food stamps to hit. Because you wouldn't have to wait. You come on. You're a religious person. You wouldn't have to wait for your food stamps to hit. Yeah, that threw it off, man. You know that something going on with that. And I see that the same as Trump. Trump said he a doctor. Now, brother, you put yourself on there like you Jesus, bro. And you do think you Jesus. You think you Jesus. You got a cult. They'll believe in you, anything you say. You got a cult of people who believe that you can do no harm. They believe that you're the greatest, mostest, bestest. And you bought into that. Says very poor taste. Yeah. That's the whole thing. You're supposed to control yourself, man. You're supposed to control yourself. But he can't. Dangerous and irresponsible and inappropriate. And I'm still in touch with my sensibilities, man. I can't abide by this. I'm sorry. No, this is wrong, Trump. This is wrong. This ain't the way, man. We get it. You ain't even spreading the message of God when you do this. This is just, I don't know. This Messiah complex. This guy thinks he's Jesus. He thinks he is. And his cult, the people support him, hang on his every word. It's the gulf of millennia. You know, so, you must know something about her. You must know her. This is the world we live in now, brother. Over the weekend, Trump, he got in an argument with the Pope. And if he was a man of faith, he would have understood why the Pope don't want to see all this needless killing. If he was a man of faith, right? He's not a man of faith. That's why he put this picture up. He told that to the ignorant. He told that to the ignorant clowns who think he cannot be, who think he's special. 15 dead service people, 15 because Trump wanted to go to war. And people think he's expendable. They look at our dead service members as expendable. And Trump gets to go and play on the internet. Donald Trump gets to go around and play on the internet and pretend he's Jesus. And you got stupid buffoons who make excuses and say he's trolling. No, he believes this, brother. He believes every word of this. He's not trolling on nothing. Got a guy in the chat said Trump is the real chosen one. Yeah. He believes that. $15 dead service members. I will hope all of these Trump, brainwashed Trump supporters would turn around and pay respects to the dead. I would hope. I know they're not going to do it. They would rather cheer on Trump and make excuses for him posting images comparing himself to Jesus. And now this blockade, the Chinese have already warned America and said that they're going to get the Chinese said they're getting their oil. They said, we don't know what you're talking about, blockade. They said, we're going to get our oil. And if you mess with us, and this is what Trump do, Trump's going to escalate it. So then what? We got rid of all of our advisors. So we don't have any advisors. So then what we going to do? So then what we going to do now, Trump? We're going to go to war with China? Where we going to get the money from? Where we going to get our weapons from? And there are people out there, though. There are people who do think Trump is the second coming. There are people out there who truly believe Trump is the second coming. Yeah, where we going to get our weapons from? Idiot. Where we going to get our weapons from? Huh? We're not ready to go to war with China. We already got 2 ships. What? Iran bombed 2 of the carriers. They're limping back. These people are just stupid, bruh. They think war has no toll. They think war is Call of Duty. They think war is what they've been playing around on video games. Donald preys on the ignorant. He said that. He said, I love the poorly educated. He said he loves people like that, and they're Trump supporters. The dumber they are, the more they support him. He knows that's why he can put himself, Donald Trump can put himself depicted as a messiah figure, and his supporters make more excuses for the people who suggest he shouldn't do that than they do to him. Brainwashed. The brainwashed. And we know the Negro brainwashed. We know the Negro brainwashed, bro. Well, Chinese, they're getting that oil out of the Strait of Hormuz and this blockade. We'll see how it works out. You know that's illegal, right? You know, an international blockade. You know, all of that is a violation. And then you got a whole world where they have rules, and then they turn around and say, "We don't care about no rules. We don't care about your stinking rules. We're gonna do what we want to do." Like the stream, man. Support the platform. That's sad, man. You worship, you have a faith, you've been loyal all your life. You believe in what you've been taught, and you've seen miracles, and you've been in church, and you follow the tenets of Christianity, and all of a sudden, one day out of nowhere, some fat sack of shit claims to be Jesus, and then some kind of way, his cult try to force you to agree with him. They try to force you to agree. What if you don't agree with that? Well, if you say, yeah, he's president, but he ain't Jesus, then his cult gets upset with you and attacks you. Yeah, you got to homeschool your kids. You're right. You said they're being indoctrinated. You're right, man. Because now people are so far away from what to believe. They don't know what to believe. Some people are teaching their kids that Donald Trump is Jesus. Some of them. It's some hardcore MAGA people out there who believe that because they want to believe it. Says Saudi Arabia is opening up their pipeline. We still over there too, man. I don't know what's going on, brother. If we don't get oil, why are we still there? And I saw that they put $300 billion for the damage that the U.S. has caused. $300 billion. That's the world we live in now, though, man. We worship man. We worship man. Can you imagine this was Obama, man? He went and put himself on a Jesus figure. The same Fox News people who are praising Trump for doing this are the same people who would have said Obama should be removed from office. And Trump knows that. Trump knows I can do it. That black guy that was here, he couldn't do it, but I can do because I'm gonna get away with it. And he knows that, and he gets away with it. And Trump's finna give him more. He said Obama gave him cash. Trump's finna give him more cash. The difference is Obama gave Iran their money that we had seized. Trump's going to give Iran American money. And this is why these people. So this is the backlash from Barack Obama. Really, this is what you get when the black man finally became president, or whatever you want to call Obama. Right? I'm not here to talk about that. What you call him, right? Black man finally becomes president. Look at the backlash. You got Donald Trump. You got Donald Trump walking around putting himself on pictures like he's Jesus. And then you got people, instead of saying, hey man, don't play with my faith, hey man, don't do that, they're up here saying it's okay. It's okay if he does it. He can play with our Bibles. He can play with the things that are true to us because he's Trump. Meanwhile, he has to pay a prostitute to sleep with him. And I say, if you a man of God or you've been sent, you don't really have to do that. But he knows he has these people right where he needs them. He know he can manipulate these people. He's going to get away with it. So you are of your father, the devil. Yeah, yeah, I agree. And he ain't the only Trump leader. I mean, he ain't the only cult leader. You got, when you listen to these guys, they're cult. They're stupid. They say dumb shit all the time, but their cult follows them blindly. Just blindly follow their lies. And Trump's wants that. He wants that to come from his supporter. He wants blind support. He wants them to see him as he's special. He's a deity. He's something sent from heaven. He's something sent from above. He's special. He's Donald Trump. He can bring the life back. He can bring back life. It is ordained that Donald Trump to lead us to the promised land. It is ordained. It is by way that these things are going to happen. Trump has a Messiah complex. He has a Messiah complex. He said because somebody shot at him. So wait a minute. So Vincent, okay, Vincent. So if you get shot at, that makes you Jesus? Because that's what you just said, Vincent. So if somebody shoots at me, I'm Jesus. What about 50 Cent? He got shot 9 times. Is he 9 times a Jesus? Is he 9 times blessed? Is he special? Yeah, guys, say I see that everybody white is in the picture. You see that? Well, but then again, Wilbert, the Bible, the actual Bible, ain't no black people in the Bible. Well, you just said that though. You see, that's what I'm saying. That's what you just said. But you just said it. Then when I repeat it back to you, you get upset about it. Being shot at does not make you Jesus. Okay. You said it did though. Now you're saying it don't. You said it did. You're saying it did. There's no white people in the Bible. They're all black people. Well, we got different Bibles. We have different Bibles, brother. The one you got, you actually can get a Bible and you can get it to look like whatever you want. But the one we got, there wasn't no days of computer, brother. So ain't no black people in the Bible. None. We got Donald Trump. He said he got the Ethiopian Bible. See what I'm saying? That's got extra chapters and all of that in it. The Ethiopian Bible, that's some YouTube. That's YouTube for me. I didn't know what it was till social media. The Willie Lynch letter. Didn't know about that till social media. Yeah, so Ethiopian Bible. I'm good on that, bro. That's for you. That's your move, brother. The Ethiopian Bible. She said, was Queen of Sheba a white woman? Well, let me explain this to you. I don't know if that's was meant to me or whatever. But anyhow, the Queen of Sheba, okay, let me tell you something. The Bible I got, I was a little kid. We got that Bible. That's that big one with the gold foil, about, if you open it, about 2 feet, about 10 inches wide, maybe 12 feet, might have been 12 by 12. What I'm saying is that's one of them old school Bibles. Wasn't no white people in those Bibles. Wasn't no black people in those Bibles. Now you can say about the Queen of Sheba. In the Bible, she was portrayed as a white woman. Wherever they was from, Israel, Jerusalem, all that was portrayed as white people. They were not portrayed as people of color. Okay? I don't know what Bible you got. Now, I'm sure that you could find a Bible where they make distinctions and stuff, and then you might see a black person or a person darker complected people. I'm sure they do have that. But the one I had, they didn't have that. There we go. This dude read. Now you read the Ethiopian Bible and you talking about brainwashed. One of us is brainwashed. This man reads the Ethiopian Bible. Man, get your, you know what, bro? Bro, get on your little weird ass religious beliefs. I don't care, man. I don't care. That man read the Ethiopian Bible. The fact that you do stuff like that already tells me you ain't, it's some shit going on with you. It's something going on with you. That man said he reads the Ethiopian Bible. Well, how do you know that's right? Did somebody tell you that one was right? The other one was wrong? Talking about brainwash, bro. This guy, He said, I read nothing in the Bible about white people because God is a spirit and we're all made in his image. Okay. You can believe that if you want to, brother. And it's just sad. These guys, and then they try, this is once again, this is the brainwash. They try to get you to just believe the lies they tell you. There ain't nothing in the Bible about white or black. Bullshit. The pictures are white and black. Any fool can see those are white people. That's just like if I go and paint a picture of Jesus, they're going to tell you Jesus is white. These are old conversations. Now, I cannot believe this guy is saying that. If I went out and paint a picture of Jesus, they're going to make a big deal about him white. Make him Asian. And I might do that. I'm going to go get me a Asian Jesus and see how long somebody says something to me. Since he has no color, I'm going to get me a big picture. I'm going to make him Asian. There are pictures in the Bible. I don't know about your Bible. We had a bunch of pictures in our Bible. I don't know about the Bible you had. You got that little bitty Bible. Believe it or not, brother, they make different versions. They're bigger. They're easier on the eyes. You talking about that little jail Bible. And that's what I'm saying. You guys don't get a Bible. Well, you guys don't get another Bible in your life, Mr. P, until you have to go to jail and do your time, and they give you that little red Bible, and you sit there with damn near a microscope to read it. Now you sitting around talking about there ain't no pictures in the Bible. Well, not that shit you was reading in the jailhouse. It's in Bibles. And Trump thinks he's Jesus, and Trump thinks he's Jesus. And he posted this garbage, and his little minions are showing up. They clean up his mess. Man, I don't see why you guys really go out the way for this guy. This guy makes all types of mistakes, and then y'all show up to clean up his mess. And then you look at that as loyalty. I look at that as stupidity. I mean, come on, if you're going to be the leader, be the leader. I'm not cleaning up behind you. I'm not cleaning up behind all the mistakes you making. You ain't no damn Jesus, bro. Why even post something like that? You got people, their faith is everything to them. They don't play with God, and they don't play with their faith. And Trump done jumped out there. And I want him to bring, why don't you bring life to these young people coming back from your war dead? You gonna bring them back to life? You gonna bring them back to life? You sent those boys overseas, and they no boys and girls. My fault, women. I remember those women. You got dead Americans, man and woman, being brought back, and this goddamn fool is acting like he can bring somebody back from the dead. And his fat ass can't even get his cholesterol down. You see what I'm saying? And this is what we're dealing with. This is what we're dealing with. Like the stream, brother. Let me put this down. Hold up. I'm going to drop this link. Let me say this right here, man. I don't like to talk about it, but don't have me dust off my pastoral positions. Don't do that, man. Don't come up here. Your ass been in jail reading the Ethiopian Bible, talking about you know something about faith. You don't know nothing about faith, nigga. If you knew something about faith, you wouldn't have been in jail. Join the stream. If you worship Trump, we love to hear from you. If you cool with Trump making fun of religion, attacking the Pope, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear from you. Donald Trump has portrayed himself as a messiah. He is depicted as saving someone. We got dead service people being brought back to America. Why doesn't he put his hands on their foreheads and bring them back to life? Since he's God, since he's Jesus, since he's so special, why doesn't he do that? Why doesn't he do that? You see that this guy said the Pope is woke. Don't they try to hang black people? Listen, when black people say they just want to be treated fair, don't they hang that on black people? They then see this is how the racism. They'll label something woke and they'll try to give you an impression that it's just liberal thinking, but it's really racist because they hate black people and they hide behind woke. Fuck out of here, brother. Whenever I see them complaining about woke, I know they racist. Only a racist would even bring that up. That and if anything, it's the Democrats. Hold up on that woke stuff because they're the one who take black needs and make it call it woke because they want to wrap it around everybody else. They want to wrap it around all that other stuff. The Pope fights for homosexuality. What makes you think I agree with the Pope? I said Trump attacked the Pope. Okay, you haven't been listening. I said take black people out of this woke stuff. That woke stuff, that ain't got nothing to do with black people. All that woke stuff, that's them. That is sort of a liberal thing, but I'm saying what they really use to get people to hate woke is to try to equate it to black. That's what they try to do. It took an hour and a half. He put Black Lives Matter. We're not talking about that, brother. There you go. Go read your Bible, brother. This nigga reading an Ethiopian Bible and he's talking about he's not brainwashed. Brother, you stupid. And we dropped the join link down and they show you how cowardly these guys are. They get in the chat and then they get their little feelings hurt. And this guy's reading the Ethiopian Bible. I know a dude, you know what? I know a guy, he had a copy of that. He showed it to me. He had a copy of it. And he showed it to me. I think he's got a big face or something. Anyhow, he had that thing, man, and he showed it to me, and I told him I was good. He was telling me about missing books out of the Bible, not this one. It's got different ways. Not my thing, though. Like, share, support. We got the join link posted, man. We'll take your thoughts. We'll take your thoughts. When all is said and done, Donald Trump posted himself as Jesus, a Messiah figure, and he has minions and individuals in the chat box who have no problem with that because they do see him that way. They do see him as some type of figure that's special. Yeah. When people have lost their way and lost their faith, other people will stop to jump out there and take advantage of them. I think that's what Trump has done to a lot of these idiots. To a lot of these idiots. And then you got religious people don't read the Bible, they don't read the Quran. They walk around, they're stupid, and they go and get the Ethiopian Bible and they try to use that as some type of and they don't read that either. They just have it. They have it. They have it in the house. They have it where you can see it. They ain't read that book. Donald Trump is coming under fire for posting Jesus, pretending to be Jesus, even though we know he is Jesus to a lot of these clowns. And there'll be no criticism. There'll be no criticism. We got the join link posted, man. You have something to say? We'll take your thoughts. He's your Jesus. And that's what I'm saying. These guys, he said the homosexuality. You think Trump don't support that, man? He don't support men in sports. He don't support that aspect. He don't support the other stuff, about the kids and trans and all that. He don't support none of that. But you said he didn't support homosexuality. You think Trump don't? I know you do. You think he don't. I know you do. Okay, man. I got you. Trump does. And you do. You support homosexuality, Mr. P, whatever your name is. You do. You do, and so does Trump. You do, and so does Donald Trump. And this is how you get a vote, right? They tell these clowns anything they want to hear. They tell them anything they want to hear, and they buy into it. Yeah, what's the guy? JD Vance. Who's his biggest contributor? A gay man. Who's his vice president? You see what I'm saying? These guys are stupid, brother. And they are a lot of these guys though. I think a lot of these dudes are gay. I think the Ethiopian Bible, I think they hide behind stuff like that. They know they're homosexual and they go and they get a book, an Ethiopian Bible, and they prop that up somewhere in their house to try to conceal what the way they really are. Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel. He's the biggest supporter for J.D. Vance. Peter Thiel, PayPal, that's a gay guy. This guy was in the chat saying Trump doesn't support it. I said, wait a minute, you think so? Well, first of all, we know both do it. We know the Democrat and Republican do it, right? But I'm saying the fact that he's trying to hang that on one group when they both do. That's what I'm saying, that he's that stupid. And I shouldn't even do it because he's just stupid. He's just stupid. And Trump is not a savior. Trump is not Jesus. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. They don't want to believe that. They want to believe Trump's Jesus. Like the stream, man. Support the platform. He said, not Jesus, but more like King Cyrus the Great. So you think Trump is like you think Trump's like somebody you read in the Bible? You think Donald Trump is like somebody in the Bible? Yeah, I mean, speak on it, brother. Speak on it. He said Trump's like Trump is like someone he read about in the Bible. King Cyrus. I don't know who that is. I'll tell you what, I don't know who that is, but I know that ain't Donald Trump. I promise you that ain't Donald Trump. I promise that. Donald Trump Donald Trump, they're saying acute delusion. They compare Donald Trump to Jim Jones and David Koresh. Yeah, brainwash. It's brainwash you brainwash your people, and then people come out of the woodworks and they defend you. So even as a dumb cult leader, you can still have the stupid defend you. That's sad too, man. Religious delusions. A religious delusion. Yeah, he needs to be the president. He needs to be the president. He's the president. He got to lead Christians, Jews, Muslims, all faiths, atheists. He's got to relieve He's got to lead the United States. He shouldn't even be talking about no faith, period. He should be trying to do what's best for America. He's posting pictures of himself as Jesus. He's posting pictures of himself. Yeah, when you falling like that, when you're like this guy, Mr. P, you're going to believe anybody is your God. He's going to look up to a Donald Trump and make excuses for him. And Trump is telling everybody he's your God. How can you dare disagree with me? I am your God. I am your savior. And people out here believe that. Oh, Obama don't have no picture like that, man. You do. That man got dozer operator. So you out here operating a bulldozer and you worshiping Donald Trump, bro. Y'all something else, man. You out there, dealing with construction and you worship Trump. You look at Trump as your God, and then you want me to do the same thing. You want me to look at Trump as my God? That's my God now. So I'm supposed to look at Trump as he's a God figure. It's dozer. You know what? I'm gonna say what the man put on his name. There we go. This man operates a bulldozer, and he's on here talking about Trump. You pitiful, bruh. You absolutely pitiful. You talking about a billionaire, and you out here doing construction, getting bit and stung by bees. You pitiful, bro. And this man came in here to brag on Donald Trump. In between his earth mover, operating his bulldozer. Like the stream, man. Support the platform. I don't know what Bible you got, brother. That jail Bible, that jailhouse Bible, they can't put pictures in it. This guy thinks everybody got introduced to Christianity from the hand of a CEO or somebody from a jail system. I knew about him, brother. I'm happy you found God, though, brother. It took 2 years in some bars, and now this man think not y'all do that too, man. Y'all get out there, y'all get locked up, and y'all go and y'all all of a sudden find yourself where you become Muslim or Christian. You come out the jailhouse now, you're crazy, and then you want to try to get me to be crazy because you've got the Bible in one hand, begging for money out the next hand. What's up with you, Tabor?
Man, listening to the stream, man. Just deliver this low, man. I got a man been out here working. Man, I see your photo you got.
Yeah, hold on. And Mr. P, that Ethiopian Bible, that's jail talk. That's jail talk. Don't come over here with that, bruh. That's jailhouse nigga shit. Ethiopian Bibles. That's jail talk. Go ahead, Tabor.
I see you got the photo. I mean, I heard you talking about somebody being pitiful. Sound like it's going down on the stream today, man. What Trump out here doing?
He
He doing
posted him.
stuff.
He posted himself up like he was Jesus, brother.
Yeah, man, I can see that one. Like everything he doing, man, it just is no surprise. You know, people need something to believe in, even though every day they losing.
Mm-hmm.
Every day they losing, they know they got played, man. They know they got played, and they ain't got no choice but to accept it and complain.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad for some people sometimes, man, because they be stuck on their beliefs and be thinking somebody gonna come and save them. And really, it's a bad situation. It's always bad. Every time you turn around, it get worse and worse. I know gas prices been consistent for like the last week, about 5.50. Not including LA or New York. It's been consistent. So y'all can bet y'all food prices going up if they ain't going up yet. They go slowly get up there.
They already up
For the
over here. Gas is here almost $6.
who for regular gas.
Who? What kind of car you drive, Tabor? Well, you're different.
I'm
You
in
work in
semi.
the industry. Yeah, you work in the industry, and it's hard to even for you because Tabor don't know about who drives what car do you drive? You could put regular gas in.
I mean, I would think regular gas. I mean, I guess what you talk about premium with 94. Man, everybody ain't put
No,
that in their car though,
yeah.
flat.
Who
Everybody.
does who? I haven't seen a car that you could put regular gas in forever. A Prius. Okay, can you? Okay, I didn't even know you could put regular gas in all of these new cars. I guess you got an
Yeah,
older car. You got your car from 2010, a Ford Focus or something, but it's not gonna last with that gas in it. But I get you though, man.
even if it's telling you put premium in it, people still ain't putting premium in it.
Or
They not gonna put premium in it.
if they don't own it.
I mean, sometimes I know what I see on the prices is just regular gas. Like it be the cheapest gas on there.
But Tabor,
Um,
if you own a car, you're not gonna put regular gas and it says only premium, right?
I mean, I wouldn't, but I know people you ain't got it. You know, gas is gas to some people. They
You're gonna
don't really
tear
know
your
the
car
difference.
up.
Now,
You're gonna
man,
bullshit. I bet you tear it up.
car
I bet
probably
you gotta
already
do
towed up.
repairs. It's not the way it's made. It's not made to run on regular unleaded. You got to get the goods. You got to pay the extra money because that's what your car is made for. You got an old truck, F-150 from 2003, then you can get away with it. It's made for that. But you can't get no new car and then put regular gas in it.
Man, man, I know people out here hurt. That you say $6, bro. Yeah, they out here.
Man, $6. You got people who
Crazy.
travel. You got people who might live 30 miles from where they work, 35, 40 miles. And that
Yeah,
gas adds up, man, because you got to go back and forth.
I was just traveling through Houston traffic this morning. I'm about to hit it again, but yeah, I know. I know boys going through it, man. I ain't gonna even hold you, man. I'm just so happy I ain't even gotta be of it right now. I mean, it's coming for me towards the end of the year, but right now, I hope it ain't too bad. I know these prices on houses are dropping right now. I
I
see
got
that
I
on
got me
Zillow.
I got a bike. I'm gonna put a little
Motorbike?
bat. No, it's a pedal. I didn't want the electric bike. I want actually it's for exercise. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that little basket on the back, right? And I'm gonna use that to go and get food, man. I'm gonna stop driving my car, man, because gas is just too high. I'll go through 3-4 months till this stuff comes down, but it's ridiculous right now. Six
It's too
fifty
high to
nine in
build a
LA.
bike.
People
I
talking
got a
about putting $100 in their tank and they still only getting it halfway. I mean, 75% full after they put $100 in it. They've never put $100 in that tank. Gas is high, man. It's ridiculous now.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying, man. I'm out here in Cali. I see it all the time.
Mm-hmm. And our president thinks he's Jesus.
Well,
So
he a damn fool for that. That's just foolish.
Yeah, out here saving lives, man. That's how they
I
feel. They
hope
don't care.
so, because he got a couple of them that need him to save them.
You talking about a couple people that need saving?
Yeah, those dead service members that's being transferred back to America. He needs to lay hands on them if he can bring them back from the dead.
Man, I seen a photo. He was getting him some McDonald's delivered from DoorDash.
I hope that wasn't for him, bro.
I'm telling you, it's a picture on YouTube. Before I pulled you up, I see the picture.
I
He was
hope that
talking to
wasn't for
the
Trump. I'm serious. I hope that
man.
wasn't for Trump.
Man,
The
he
Trump's
always
too
eat
old. Trump's
McDonald's.
80. Trump can't be chugging down McDonald's like that, brother.
Man, I'm telling you, he always eat McDonald's, bro. He be eating it on the plane. He be eating it in the White House. That boy support McDonald's. I mean, he old, so he might as well eat good. You know, he on his way out low key. You know, he might
Well,
as
we
well
don't
have.
know that. How would you know that?
I mean, he old, so he ain't gonna. Well, he could live to 100 hours though. You know, boys get heart transplants. When you got money, you get heart transplants, liver transplants. You can
Well,
switch out
he
a lot of
would.
body parts.
You're right. He would. He would. Most people, you can't. That's hard to get.
He, he on the
That's
list a
hard.
couple times before.
That's a very expensive surgery, and that's not easy to get. Now he would, because he's a billionaire and he can pay. But
Overpaid.
average person, you ain't gonna get that, man.
Real. Gotta fight for it.
They'll put you on the list though, and they'll say it'll be another 5 years.
I'll hopefully
Okay.
put you on the list.
They said we'll call you. They said okay. Don't
That
call us. We'll call you. We'll call you. But yeah, you'll be like hoping that
got me
they
thinking.
call you.
It got me thinking of that John Q movie. I still hate Kimberly Elise for that. She a good actor, but man, how she did John,
Uh,
it ain't forgettable. Nah, man, but the way Trump moving, man, I'm not surprised. I'm telling you, man, I'm so happy it's getting done, because it's just like Trump putting it in your face. Y'all ain't got no choice but to accept that. That's been how America moved. There's things coming out talking about how other people was doing before. You know, money was being moved in. You know, ain't wasn't taking care of home. Jobs still being lost. We can't get certain health care benefits, and we arguing without while they taking care of other people. And I let you know how much people care about you. And y'all own the land too. You know what I'm saying? So you support them, you watch them do what he do. Ain't no money trickling down for you. Ain't no extra benefits coming. He ain't giving no soldiers no extra stipend. You know, the ones that just got his fresh home, from whatever the reason. You know, serving their time, getting out the military. But everybody gonna be going through it. Christmas time gonna suck this year. Christmas gonna
Yep.
be, man, it's gonna be dead, bro. It's gonna be dead. Boys gonna be catching up on their bills when they come to their taxes. They're gonna be finally kind of get back right. And then they gotta do it all over again.
well, everything's gonna be expensive because the oil, all of that, it's all interwoven with our society. So your shipping prices, etc. So, and people don't have money. So you're right. It's going to be a bad Christmas
Yeah, that
for the world.
yeah, the Black Fridays, they've been showing them Black Fridays right on the past few years. Been dry, bro. You know, Black Friday used to be the thing of the past at this point, but it used to be the thing. You'd be waiting all year for Black Friday. You ain't get no deals. I remember they was putting up signs and they were showing Walmart, and it dropped a couple dollars, maybe $5, $10. And people wasn't even buying it. Hey man, they getting over, man. But they been, I gotta tell people, bro, they been getting over. That's my whole thing of voting. No matter what anybody say, like you can't shame me. Nobody can shame me into doing anything. You feel what I'm saying? But when you start talking about voting, bro, it's just sad. Like, I mean, vote, do your thing, but I mean, how many times you gonna let them really play in your face and you watching it in real time and you an adult? I get it. You 18, you know, you 24, you got high hopes, you know, you green, but to be 40, 50, 60 years old and still be green, I mean, at that point, you just deserve to be played. You deserve to be taken advantage of. You deserve to be lied to. I'm
Sure.
not saying if you don't vote, it'll make a difference, but come on, man, ain't no way.
I don't know about that, bro.
I'm just saying, man. Tell me I'm lying, bro.
Oh, bro. Nah,
How
man. You
many?
know, there's
Go ahead.
nobody who deserves to be mistreated, man. Nobody.
I I know. I get the concept,
Just
but
because
so
somebody is innocent, that don't mean you got to introduce them to things that they are innocent about.
you talking about like the ignorance of the law is no excuse when we don't go through school and learn the law. At no point in our time in school, from elementary, middle school, high school, we don't learn nothing about the law. But
Who
ignorance,
don't?
nobody. It's not taught.
Who doesn't? You talking about black people?
Now I'm just talking about people.
No, you wrong about that one, bro.
What they teaching it at? They didn't teach it in my school, and I was one of the my
No,
great
what they
grand.
don't have to, what are you talking about? Where they don't have to teach you about what's legal, what's not legal in high school or elementary school. They don't have to teach you that. You know, difference between right and wrong, right?
No, I mean we ain't talking about. We talking about ignorance of the law. They'll tell you that in court. A cop can tell you that.
Well, it's up to you. You trying to make it seem what's the school system? Since you
It,
brought it up,
it's education.
what is the public school system? What is that?
I mean, from what I know, it's like a plantation to make you work for somebody else, but it's still education.
What
The
work are you
basics.
doing in the school system?
I mean, you learning the basics. What math, reading, arithmetic, or math, whatever. Like you know what I'm saying. You really playing around. It's daycare. It's a daycare. To be honest with you, you learn some things, but when you get older, you realize most of the things you learn in school you ain't using. People
Mm-hmm.
still have made it
Is that
without
is?
education.
Did you like the public school system?
Nah, but I like the
Oh,
social
you didn't like
aspect
it.
of it. Nah, school wasn't for me. I don't like sitting still like that. It ain't good that I sit still. That's why I told you I get bored fast. Accelerated learning. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with the accelerated learning part because a
I
lot of
got you.
things.
It's socialism. That's what I'm saying. Public school system. That's socialism. No, I'm saying people will claim when we know half of these people don't. They. I have no idea why they like the people they like and why they vote the way they vote, but they'll like the public school system and then they'll come out and claim they're against socialism. Well, what do you think the public school system was? All those people you
Wow, that's
bust,
interesting.
yeah, you busting them in from you went to school wherever you went, your zip code, you had people with money, people didn't have money. The people who didn't have money, they gave the lunch cards and people were getting bused there and all of that. That's socialism. Now I'm not
Wow,
gonna
Platt,
say
they was doing that?
they was doing what.
My bad, Platt. Go ahead.
No,
My
no, no.
bad.
I was
Well,
gonna say that's a. I'm not trying to say that's a true 100% uh, uh, exact example. I'm saying, but what the way it is socialism. What was you saying, brother?
no, I was just asking if they did that in your neck of the woods over there. They was doing that?
In
Busting
my
them?
neck of the woods, you went to school with rich, poor. Everybody was in the school system, other than their clothes. Everybody was the same. But beyond their clothes, maybe they got a ride home in a Cadillac or expensive car. You had to get on the bus. For the most part, it was socialism. We all went to school the same.
Did you know about it back then, or is this like kind of
No,
new to
fuck no. I
okay.
liked it. I liked I liked the public school system.
It was something to do during the day. It ain't like my parents had it together to where I could have been home and really learning the basics about life to maneuver. I had to still get out here and figure it out.
Well, I learned. Well, I actually worked though. I was like 13. From the time I was 13 till now, I actually worked. Um, in the sense the free time, right? 'Cause I didn't get into mischief because I had to go to work. I had friends who got in trouble, stole cars. Uh, they did a lot of stuff, and they got caught stealing out the mall. Got caught breaking into people's houses. I had a lot of people around me who was in that system who made different decisions. But what kills me is I'm talking about a lot of the people, and they talk about communism and socialism and capitalism, yet they like the school system. School system is socialism. But you are capitalist, but you got a problem with the other. But what do you think the school system was? And the more we divide, right, we get into a different form of government. It ain't supposed to be that extreme where the rich and the poor. We're talking about, you said a lot of people ain't be able to do anything for this holiday because of the gas and their money. Their money is going to be depleted because of this war.
Jobs. So what
Yeah.
would be considered socialism as adults? If school was it, what's equivalent as adults now for the
Well,
kids?
it wouldn't be. It's a different application. That's where the government owns everything, and you have to. It's like slotted. Like okay, not like see China does this a lot. China, America, I don't know why they do it, but then they have a problem with doing it. But China does it a lot. China is not anything. China is whatever they say they are. They'll be uh, um, a capitalistic society when it benefits them, and when it doesn't, they'll become a communist country or a socialist country. It just depends. They fluctuate, and we used to fluctuate, but we don't now. I don't, we don't, which is not going to be good for us in the long run.
How like was it every presidential election every 2
No,
years?
our school system, we pretty much got rid of that. I don't even know if that's even around. A lot of it's chartered out, and it's just different.
Yeah, the charter schools seem to be better.
Okay,
I
you
mean, but
think
I
so?
could be wrong. I mean, I
I
I've
don't think
never
they're
been to
better.
one.
I
I
don't
just
think they're better. Homeschool, charter school, that just separates us.
oh,
That makes things worse. You
I mean,
need
it
that
sounds like we
little,
just can't win. Like kids
well,
ain't winning at all, bro. What it sound
our
like.
politicians, man. Our politicians are doing that.
I mean, so what would be the alternative that you said charter schools,
Well,
public schools, and the homeschooling ain't good.
we
So
go
what's
back
the
to
alternative?
we could just support our public schools. And then once you graduate that, if you want to go to a private college or something, then you go like that.
But how would that would be different? Is it based on
You
I
need
guess
that,
the name?
you need that period of time to learn.
But so
Absolutely.
just like higher learning or
No, you
like
need no a 5-year-old kid needs to be around Asians, whites, Mexicans to grow.
for
They
culture
need to
reasons.
be around.
Yo,
Yeah, they need to be around that.
makes sense.
Growing up, hold up, growing up, their experience with others. Now, as far as taking them and putting them in a private school or whatever, you could do that. But I'm saying they still have that period of time. Right now, we're going where we don't even have no exposure to each other. And that ain't good
Why you think? Why you think that?
because we need to have exposure to each other.
You got
Yeah,
to be
but
a little social.
what's the benefit? I mean, we can be social within our own groups, but I'm saying, what's the benefits as far as like it changing now? And I ain't saying why, but like just like the overall benefits of knowing another culture.
Well, I think it's because you know what to stay from, who to stay from, and why to stay from, so that you can live a better, a course of life that's tailored to you. You know, that was really the fun of it. Finding out, just figuring it all out, because this wasn't in a book. None of this was really in a book. More of this was really through experience, practical learning. And that's how, respectively, I hear you in a truck, respectively, you made the decision to be a truck driver, and that's cool. I'm a truck driver too. But see, the thing is, when you made that decision, you didn't follow anybody else's decision to go be a warehouse worker or go be, something else. You made a decision to be a truck driver because you wanted to be one, you know, and it
Uh,
fits and works for you.
I mean, so just being honest with you, like I was doing the warehouse, but somebody had a conversation with me, and it made sense.
Okay,
And I
I didn't
also
know
had an
that. I didn't know
opportunity.
that.
Yeah, I had an opportunity that like an organization was gonna pay for it in full, HCC trucking, and it was my baby mom. She sat me down. It was like a 30-minute conversation, bro, and it changed my whole perspective
Right,
because it can
right,
change my life.
right. See, but many other people made that change. Man, every one of us knows somebody that we went to school with that's on drugs. We know somebody that's in front of a liquor store right now. We just all had different paths, man. And what worked for you, might not work for anybody else, or what worked for somebody else might not work for you. And I respect the individuality, and that's just all I'm getting at. I mean, Platt might have a different answer, but that's all I was getting at.
I mean, I get it. It makes sense.
Well, I agree
I
with
know.
you 100%, Jay.
I know some dudes like that. I didn't told them about trucking. Now, they'll tell me about their problems in life or whatever, and it's just I really don't like people trauma dumping on me, bro. So,
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
I,
one
I I
thousand
don't
percent.
mind. I don't mind you hearing your problems, but I hear every time I see you, big dog. I ain't come on, fam. It ain't no. We can't even have no fun. Like at this point, I wish we were just kids so we could just have fun. But nah, gee, I'm gonna go over here. I see you when I see you in passing. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
that's why I don't try to convince people. I just give them my perspective. I'll be like, bro, I mean, you get in the truck, and if it is hard, like you say, at least you got a refrigerator, microwave. You can go see some things, get you some money, man. Devise a plan, come back. You ain't got to do it forever, but you can just
Oh
keep your
yeah.
CDL just in case. But you
Oh
can't say
yeah.
that to certain people. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I know for me, I'm coming to the tail end of my trucking career because I picked up I picked up real estate, and I think that's a no. I'm not gonna stop driving because it's a dual threat. I could help people move and I could sell them the house. But the
yeah,
thing is, it's way more time driving somewhere rather than it is selling property. I could easily sell some land, boom, and then get right back on the road. It's 50% that, 50% this, and that's what I think a lot of brothers need to start doing. Don't just get satisfied, at the next step. I know it was difficult for me to get my CDL, but I want a lot of brothers. If you get your CDL, save up, move to the next level. Just keep climbing up. I think that's what a lot of us ought to do. Don't just call it the end all be all because you got a trucking because you got a CDL. No, man, expand that brain. You got a lot of potential, brother. Like, do the best, man. Like, you know, do the absolute best.
trucking so scalable too, because I know like going home, I can always get like a duty truck, pull a couple loads throughout the month, and that'll take care of bills and the basics. And if I ran a few more loads, because that's the way I look at it now. If I ran a few more loads, then I can have extras, but it won't take me long to make money because I know what I know now, and I got experience. So, if I wanted to roll through a company, tell them I got a truck or two, it's easier for me.
Oh
Saying I
yeah,
got 7 years, they can look back on my record. I ain't got too much going on, but
yep. And
it
then
is more than that.
you know what else you could do? Just like real estate, I plan on leasing properties and have people just pay rent to me. Man, what you could do is just hire a couple people and they could drive for you. You know what I
Local,
mean? And
right in Houston, nice
they,
market.
bro. Oh, you in the trucking capital of the world, bro.
The
That's
energy
perfect.
capital, fam. Yeah, I got some nice plays. That's why I be telling like I be talking about credit up here, but like I know what I know. You feel what I'm saying? So I would rather bet on myself, win, lose, or draw. Like I've lost with nothing, if that makes sense. You feel what I'm saying? So to be way up, and trying to figure it out, like I tried to figure it out when I was at zero, and it didn't work out. So to have a couple more dollars and trying to figure it out, eventually I gotta win because I'm gonna keep going with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know what losing feels like.
Yeah. No, that's beautiful, man. I respect that, bro. Man, you about to kill the game, man. Pretty soon, man, we're gonna fly out there to Hawaii. And we're gonna have to get Platt out there, man. You know what I mean? And Platt out there in Hawaii with his with his player hat, you know what I mean? And nice little player tuxedo suit.
In
Platt, what you
Hawaii,
think
I
about this
just
little
went.
Hawaii cutie over there, man?
It wouldn't be in Hawaii.
Where you trying to
uh,
go, Plat? Where you going if you can go somewhere?
It wouldn't be Hawaii. Nah, man, I'm really not trying to go, but if it just depends, man. Whatever is a good move, you know what I mean. You look around, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, but I'm asking you though, like being that you've been,
I
I
don't.
know you.
I'm fine. Probably. For me, right? Probably. I'm not close to it, but probably Mississippi. But I'm not close to where I want to go in Mississippi. That's what I'm saying. But you say, hey, say in a couple of months, is there a place you want to pull up? Yeah, probably a couple of places in Mississippi.
What's in Mississippi? A strip club? That's all I think of.
They got
I can't think of nothing.
they got some clubs in there.
I
Oh,
I
I know
think
they do.
going down to Biloxi would probably be,
Casino.
oh man, yeah, boy. I heard that's a lot of fun.
I've been to casino in Biloxi. I don't see it. I mean, I drove through Mississippi and
Mm.
I really don't be stopping like that.
It
But
depends on where you go. Yeah, it depends on where you go. You go by
I mean,
okay, you go to Mississippi, you're gonna go by uh uh Jackson State, or you're gonna go by uh um
are you trying to holler at the
uh
little
uh,
tenders?
MS, what's that, Mississippi State. You want to go around those places and then go to the places around those places,
Oh,
right?
like
The
the
whole thing
college
you want to
students
deal with, yeah,
drinking?
the whole thing you want to do is deal with the party people wherever you go. Even if you go to Korea, you're gonna deal with the party people.
Oh, like
The
okay.
people who don't come out, people in their house, them the people you're gonna be trying to deal with.
I mean,
Bro,
so
nah.
it'd be like going to New Orleans and hitting Bourbon Street.
Yeah,
Okay,
I can see. Yeah.
okay.
I mean, I went the first time I went to Bourbon, I went by myself. You feel what I'm saying? So,
Mm.
man, man, it was live, bro. It was live. I had a hotel on Canal, and the way the streets was, you can I mean not the street, but the hotel, like you couldn't get on the floor without a key. You can't get in the elevator without a key. So it was expensive, but nonetheless, I had some good food out there. I mean, it's Louisiana, so I understand what you said. Just, I mean, any place. I mean, that's me too. I'd have been to Indianapolis. Where the party people at. Chicago the same way. Florida the same way. Like you just don't want to go where it's boring. I mean, there's only so much good food you can eat. And when you start talking 10 o'clock at night, you don't want to be out of town and sitting in your hotel. You want to go see what the locals got
Well,
going
you
on.
got if you're trying to go to sleep, though, I'm just saying for some people, that's what they want. They want to go somewhere. They want to take care of the business that day. They want to go to sleep and they want to come back. For some
Yeah.
people, you know. So it just depends. Now you're saying, no, I'm good right here, but no, I don't. But yeah, maybe Mississippi or some shit like maybe Houston, something like that, Dallas.
Yeah, two
Oh
loud
yeah.
spots. I ain't gonna hold you. I know Houston, you man, you can be outside at 6 o'clock in the morning, walk in the club and walk out, the sun coming up on you.
Oh yeah. I remember we had a lot of fun in Houston. We
Yeah,
win a
it's
game. We
live.
win a game, man. The city's ours, bro. We will win a game. The city's ours. But if U of
Mhm.
H win a game, the city's theirs. I mean, they're just a more popular school. But it depends, man. Houston, bro. Houston on that. I think, in my opinion, they say Atlanta, like the mecca of the South. But I'm sorry, man. I've had way more fun in Houston. Way more fun in Houston than Atlanta.
I'm
And
not
I think,
saying certain things can't happen in Atlanta. I mean in Houston, but me being in Atlanta and going out there as a tourist, ain't nothing wrong with having black people around. But as a black person, it's just like I don't know. It's just too much. It's too much going on, fam. Like, and I can deal with it because I'm out of Houston, but it's just how they be at night. You know what I'm saying? Boys get drunk And Houston don't really be like that. I mean, they have its places, but Houston also got places like Washington Street, and them boys ain't outside cutting up, bro. We just trying to get drunk, talk a little trash, do some karaoke. You know, you may meet somebody and hit another bar downtown. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't get that vibe when I went to Atlanta. But I be in these places by myself also. I don't be knowing nobody. But
Well, I
some
mean,
places,
that doesn't. Well, it depends on what you're trying to get into, Tabor, because a lot of that stuff you can uh, uh, post ahead. In other words, I'm saying, okay, if I drove a truck and I'm gonna be in Seattle, I will already have irons in the fire in Seattle. I'm serious. I would before I got there. I would already have
yeah,
2, 3 people expecting to meet up with me when I got there. You
yeah,
can
I
go on
definitely.
all these dating apps and all that stuff. I tell them, hey, look, I'll be there Wednesday. What you doing? We'll sit down and have something to eat. In the meantime, another thing you can do from that, you ain't even got to smash. You can get the 411 from them because they're there.
Yeah,
Especially if they go out. If they go out, if they're still going out, all they let you know everything you need to do. Go here, go there, go here. You put that in your phone. So when you come back to Seattle, you already got you already got the information you need.
yeah. I'm
Whenever,
just going
whenever
to the
I
strip
go
club. I ain't
anywhere,
gonna hold
whenever I go anywhere, vague, I don't care where I go. I'm gonna deliberately go somewhere so I can learn where to go. I talk to the people. I talk to the hotel. I talk to the guy who do valet. If he's young, if he's like between 28 and 21, I'm asking what's up, man? What's going on out here? And then if he say something like, I don't go nowhere, man. Yeah, nah, I don't, man. That ain't. Then I go to someone else. But I'm just saying, a lot of times they can tell you, hey, what you trying to get into, bro? Say, I don't know, man. You know what is Sadiddy people go? Oh, you talking about the bougie blacks? Where they go? Oh, they go over here to Pinewood. Yeah, I know what you talking about, Pinewood. I'm saying, okay, where the hood, where the thugs go? Oh, that's over here on Roseway. Okay. Yeah, that's all I need, bro. I'll take it from there. I'll
you. Yeah.
take it from there.
All right, all right, all right.
I mean,
Yeah.
I make a way. I mean, I ain't gonna even hold you just based on how you saying about getting in touch with people. The best place I see, and I've always seen it, is I'm going to strip club, bro. They go tell me some fire spots. They go tell me places to eat,
Mhm,
tell me places to hang. You feel what I'm saying? I may scoop something up and be able to take something with me to one of the spots,
mhm,
and they'll show me something. You know what I'm saying? Just on some player
mhm,
shit. You know, not to curse my bad. Just to
mhm,
be, be outside and understand it, cause I can go somewhere, but then it's 8 o'clock. Somewhere else could be popping. May get word, maybe up with some other people. What I'm saying? I'm social like that, but I really don't. I don't go to random places like random clubs, like ready to just be at a strip club. Like, I ain't gonna say I've been to one in every state, but I've been to a decent amount, bro. I didn't live, so it's time to go home now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't live, big dog.
What
Gucci.
state would you? What state had the best club, the best strip club, man? Would you say?
Indianapolis.
Oh man, 317. That's my dad's from 317. My dad's from
Indianapolis,
there.
bro. I met a couple chicks out there, bro. Like, man, they had me on the north side, east side, but I don't even remember. A couple places let me park my truck at the back. So if I get messed up, you feel me? I can, cause I was doing power only. So no trailer. I was living like milk loads. I was off every weekend. Man, they let me park my
Okay.
truck at the back. I ain't even had to get in a hotel, no nothing. Then I met a chick. I was kicking it with a couple chicks, go to their house. You feel me? Break bread on rent. I ain't tripping. I got the lid.
Oh
I ain't had
yeah.
to be in my truck for the weekend. Keep it playing,
Yeah.
bro. And show me some
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Take her out to eat, feed her. Like I say, pay bills. Like, I ain't tripping on that. I'm comfortable. You know
Oh
what I'm saying? I'm
yeah.
making the bread. Cause I could be on some, trying to do a relationship. I don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? I just, cause you gonna move how you move. This ain't my city. And I
Oh
don't want to
yeah.
be spending too much money on the hotel. I'll be spending $200-300 on the hotel for the weekend. I can get further with a just be. I ain't gotta smash everything I see. You know what I'm saying? She got friends. They cool.
Yep.
I don't know, man.
Yep.
That's just
No,
that's just how I see
Indianapolis is
going out of
chill.
town.
It's chill like that. I remember I used to stay on 38th and Shadeland, and then when I got a little more money and started driving a little more, then I lived over there on New York, off of Manchester or Massachusetts Street downtown, 110th and Massachusetts Street downtown, right by the memorial, the tallest Christmas tree. Yeah, I stayed there downtown. But to me, I think the best strip club. I'm sorry, man. Although I love Houston, I love Indianapolis. It got to be Louisville, bro. Louisville, Kentucky,
Kentucky.
the
All right,
best
it's out of the
ever.
country. I'm listening.
I'm sorry, the best ever. There, okay, it's probably a toss up between Nashville and Louisville. I'm sorry, man. I just gotta call it what it is. Man, they so sweet. Them girls are so sweet, bro. It's like hard to refuse. It's hard to refuse a dance, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's just I don't know. It's something about that sweet countryness. What about you, Platt?
What about me?
What what state do you believe has the best strip clubs to be at?
Man, joints. It depends on what you're trying to get out of them.
Mm,
I mean, really, to be honest with you, man. Oh man, what? See, I stopped really going to strip clubs. Shit, 11 years ago. I mean, I stick my head in one, but now I don't keep up with them like that's the place to go to. You know what I mean? I will
yeah.
go. I will go if I'm somewhere and I'm bored and I don't know nobody. I'll go to a strip club, but that ain't really my move. I try not to be in that situation. I'd rather go to a regular place, a social place, and just go.
Like a
If I'm in,
lounge.
yeah, if I'm in Vegas, I'd rather go downstairs, try to find out where everybody goes. They say everybody go to the Circus Circus. They got a real big little place. You can have something to drink. It's nice. So I'll go there. I don't want to go to strip clubs, but I know what they are, and believe me, I certainly know how to get my best out if I want to deal with that. But it's not really my thing. If
Yeah,
before I would do a strip club, I would rather 3, 4 women come back to my room and we'll have it there.
Ah, okay, okay. I think what we were only talking about was like you're new to the city, welcome to the city. Okay, this is this club, this is that club. Just tourist destination or spot or stop by somebody that highly recommended. I think that's what we were talking about. It's not like we go every day or anything like that.
yeah. I
You
done
can
been
live in them. You can live in a strip club if it's working for you. If you ain't getting, if they ain't banned you, if they ain't locking you up, if the women fuck with you like that, you just sitting in there. They don't have no problem with you. You know the DJ, the owner know you. Yeah, you can do that, but it's not as easy. I'm saying just a strip club. It's not that easy to just be up in there like that because you got to be spending money. So you don't never spend no money. You sitting in there. You got a parking space. You ain't buying nothing to drink. You walking around they club. They're gonna say, "Who is this person? Like, why? What are you coming here for, man? This is a strip club. We don't. You want to go somewhere to watch? You got to go somewhere else. You got to get on.
yeah,
You got to participate. That's what I'm saying. You can run into trouble with that.
yeah. And so like in Indianapolis, I've been to a couple of lounges. You know what I'm saying? Of course, either by myself or with somebody that I didn't came across at a club, not gonna hold you. You feel what I'm saying? And again, they'll tell you some spots you can dip and slide all night long until the city shut down. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean they just ideal for me. Like I said, I ain't trying to. You can only do so much, bro. You know what I'm saying? In certain cities, and I want to go where it's popping. And I don't want to. Hopefully, it's popping because I gotta vibe myself. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Indianapolis was it for me, bro. I would have wanted to say to Chicago. I done been through Kentucky. I, it, it's just funny up there, bro. Like certain cats just And
No,
I
yeah,
stick out like a sore thumb.
Kentucky is country, bro. Like that's,
Yeah.
and to be in Muhammad Ali's hometown, because his house has a plaque on it. Like this where he grew up. And you know
In
what?
Kentucky,
Yeah, in Louisville. That's where he's from. He's from Louisville.
I had to
Yeah,
go there. I went to Michael Jackson house.
KFC. Oh, okay. That's in got to be in Gary, right?
Yeah, in Gary. I pulled up over there with my truck. Not
Yeah.
just the power only part.
Okay.
But
Yeah. It was a trip. This is how you know it's the hood. So we get to Muhammad Ali's house. We walk up to the front door, and it's kind of sad because we as black folks just got no respect for each other. You look at there's pictures out at the front door. And, the pictures are cracked. Glass broken. You could literally hear the alarm in the house going off. I mean, it was closed. It's like a museum now, but it was closed. Nobody could look in or nothing. There was newspaper on the window and some more stuff. I was like, man, this is sad. They ain't really got no respect for the legend like that.
man,
Trash, all kind of stuff. It was wild.
I went to Michael Jackson house. Mind you, he like at the end of the street. Excuse me. There are all races of people there. The doors are wide open. They bumping Michael Jackson. Like the cars all down the street. People taking photos. I took photos. There's a person in the house that keeps it clean. They got a couple cars from the old school. I'ma tell you, man. I don't know how Joe did it, man. With all them folks in that little house, but some money came out that house, bro. They keep it nice. The land or like the lawn is like well manicured. Like it's real nice over there, bro. It's real nice. I ain't never been to nowhere else. I tried to go see the Family Matters home, but the year I tried to go see it, they tore it down. I was mad as hell. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh,
But
is
yeah,
that in Chicago?
yeah, North Chicago.
Okay, okay, okay.
I wanted to see that, and then it ain't where they filmed that. It's just where they shot that, of the house at. Um,
I
but yeah,
got you,
I ain't
man.
really go to too many places like that. I be wanting to, but then it's just like certain things I want to do. I don't want to be alone doing it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying
Well, that's
I
you
can't
got
do it by
you.
myself, but
You're a grown man. That's you're gonna have to make up your mind how to handle that, man. You got to, that's on you.
I mean most of the things I do alone, but it's just certain things. I just don't care to do
Well,
by
I don't even
myself.
know why you bringing it up. I mean, if you want someone to accompany you, you need to take care of that situation. Other than that, what about it?
I mean I'm just saying about just going to other places. That's all, bro. Just going to other places, certain
Oh, okay.
places.
Yeah, if I want to go to Vegas, if I want to take somebody, I take someone. If I go by myself, I go by myself. But I'm not going to go to Vegas and then say, "Well, I'm alone." What they got to do with anything? I'm alone. Okay, I'm in Vegas.
Oh, I done
If
been to all the big major cities. I didn't did that all that already.
I-
I'm just talking about certain experiences. So they got like this place in Tennessee. It's over there by Dollywood, man. Oh man, I cannot think of this place.
Oh, it's
Height
called
height
Page something. I think the city something.
is it like going towards I guess the Carolinas or something? Man, it's a spot and they got all kind of outdoor things and what I'm saying. You can spend a couple days there. Get a hotel out there. Like I ain't gonna say it's for adults, but it's just something like that. You know what I'm saying? But past that, man, I do
Look at
I
this
do
dude.
everything by myself.
Now this dude, Maga, you see that? He says, "You people are dumber than shit." You see that? Pops. Oh
Why
man,
would?
I don't
Nah,
know,
that's
man.
okay. That's okay.
I don't know.
He
We're
just
not, we're
mad.
not, we're not kissing the Trump ring. We won't bow down and kiss Trump's and believe Trump is Jesus and believe that he's he was sent here to save us. So that means we're dumber than shit if we don't agree with him. Ain't that something, bro?
Man,
No,
there's
that's
a
okay.
little
You can feel that way because he the real dumb one.
I know. I know.
there's a little dude
And
on here.
hold on. And that's the white supremacist way. They love to try to blackmail black people into doing what they want when they want you to do something, they insults. Brother, Trump's not Jesus. I know you think he is. I know you think. I know you think he is. I don't agree with you. Oh, you dumb. Then okay, well I'm done. I don't
He
agree
losing
with
right
you.
now too.
Trump's not Jesus. He knows he's not Jesus. Jesus don't have to pay $180,000 to deal with a hooker. Jesus doesn't have Bitcoin.
That's what he paid.
Jesus doesn't wear a
Oh,
diaper. You know what I'm saying? Trump's not Jesus. Don't you get that through your head?
he paid 180K, bro.
He had to. He got
Man, he
to.
could
He had to.
he could have had a slew with it for 180. Oh man,
Yeah, but this guy thinks Trump's Jesus, and he's mad that we won't agree with him.
No, he just gonna have to be mad at us then, because I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Unlike him, we actually have read the Bible, and Trump is absolutely nothing like Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
It's crazy.
there's a
It'd be the.
dude.
Go ahead. My bad, brother. Go ahead.
There's a dude on here like when cats like that. I want to tell you this a while back. When cats like that say things in his comment, I think he's called the captain or something like that. Little young dude, he'll go through and pull that information. So when they drop a comment, his chat will go and find the people houses, bro, and he'll read out their address online and see the look on their faces, man.
No, that's
Bro,
insane.
That's
it be
actually
hilarious, bro.
well, that's actually goes against YouTube's terms of service.
His
Yeah,
chat does it. Yeah, I mean I get it. His
but
chat,
it
they wild.
wouldn't be
I had to
YouTube
do
if they actually enforce their terms of service.
Well, they do. I don't know what YouTube do for us. It
They
terms of
they
service.
pick and choose when they want to because there's
Well,
blatantly racist people on YouTube and they don't get like flagged at all.
Yeah, I was telling you, I don't know you was on here. I was saying the other day, um, that's that drama. Like the internet don't really, it's cool, but drama make it, make it what it is. Without the drama, boys wouldn't be on YouTube like that because there's a lot of things to learn that
mhm.
people just don't care to learn.
Well, they think Trump is Jesus. Is that why Trump doing that? Is that why Trump got a
I mean,
picture of himself depicted as a Messiah? Is it because of YouTube and the people don't care?
yeah, I would think so, man. I'm telling you, they need something to believe in. Without them having nothing to believe in, and they need certain things to be perpetuated. Because if it ain't, they will go crazy out here. They will legitimate because they won't have not even if it's BS. They know it's BS. They're losing in life. Food prices going up, gas prices going up, losing jobs, and they will still believe. It's like what Cat Williams said about being loyal to losers.
Wow, that's true.
Yeah, people be loyal to them. They ain't got no
Trump treat
choice.
Trump
They've been
treats his
losing all their
follow
life.
Trump treats his followers as idiots. I would say any cult leader, if the cult leaders treat their followers as idiots because they know they're a cult. They know that even when they're wrong, you're going to defend them. That's a cult.
I'd argue
That's
that
what it do look
anybody
like.
who I argue that mostly anybody who is like fanatical and like goes, they have a huge support of people that are like tailored towards getting angry at something or raging out about something. They're usually very disingenuous a lot of the times. Like not they know how easy people are to fool. Like they know that if you want to appeal to like people and like get them to do anything for you, just find something to piss them off with. And if they get pissed off, they'll just eat out of your hand, even if your what you're telling them is just bull crap. Like it's kind of like that one dude. Like if you ever got in a fight where like let's say a dude like actually made a mistake, but there's this one guy egging behind you, like, oh, you just gonna let him bump into you like that? I mean, if that was me, I wouldn't take that. Like you just gonna let him talk to you like that? Like he's people just instigating for a
Yeah,
reaction.
they do that. They do that, and we fall for it, especially black people. We really fall for it.
Yeah, gaslight and then
Mhm, they
spazzing
do.
out. People get mad at what you say. I deal with it on here. I have a I have a totally different
I
view.
wouldn't say they get mad at you, Tabor. They just disagree with you, brother.
I mean, not the way
And
they ain't called me everything but the God, child of God, bro.
shout out, shout out to Tabor. with the $25 holler. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, bro.
Boy, be coming to boy. They can complain about the boy, but he supports the platform, man. And we appreciate you, man. But I don't think anybody gets upset. I think it's a conversation, man. And we don't really have a lot of places to do it. The whole Kanye West, I mean, the whole Floyd Mayweather conversation is probably going to not draw a lot of interest, but it was interesting to me and I enjoyed it. It was a bunch of black men figuring this thing out. And yeah, a lot of people ain't gonna like that because you ain't supposed to do that. What they wanted us to talk about was that Gucci Mane Pooh Shiesty thing. And I said, nah, I'm not interested in that. I'd rather talk about something else.
Why are you not? Why are you not interested in that, Black?
Uh, oh, I just don't have no interest in Gucci Mane. So I'm just not interested in him mostly.
Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah, I have my opinions. So I have already prearranged opinions about Gucci. And I mean, that's Gucci.
Like what?
I mean, he had a couple of songs, but I mean, he's an older rapper. A lot of them dudes wind up like him. They get old. His woman is basically taking over him, feeding him medicine. And look, this is what you have now, this situation with him and one of his artists. So I have no interest in it. Like I said, they can do what they want. Turn it over to the police. Don't turn it over to the police. I don't care what you do.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, that story didn't interest me either. It's like, I look, it's wrong. It shouldn't happen, but I don't know, man. I can't bring myself to care enough about it. It's just because okay, you hear it happen in Atlanta or wherever it happened. I don't know, and I'm not. Once again, I'm not. I'm not saying that's right, or I'm not saying that Pusheisty should have did what he did or anything like that. But I think that in order for us to really, I don't know, it's something about the music industry and the music business when they have something going on. It just don't pique my interest like that. I always knew the music industry wasn't nothing good for us like that. So it's I
Yeah,
don't
like I'm
know.
gonna be completely honest. Like most YouTube, most music drama, I don't really care about these days. Like I used to back in I was like a bit younger. But the only reason I keep up with it is just for the simple fact that one, sometimes it's a conversational starter because I know people in my job are really interested in that type of stuff. And two, I'm subscribed to Urban Politics. And don't get me wrong, like Urban Politics is like a really good YouTube guy. But don't get me wrong, it gets a little bit depressing hearing like some of the stories you hear because like there's always a rapper or a singer you know, getting something done dirty to them. I'll just say within the realms of deleting and stuff like that. So I just want to keep up with who's alive and whatnot. I know that sounds insane, but yeah.
no, well, we still live in a system of laws,
No,
and
you're not wrong, man. You're not
yeah,
wrong. It's
people
just a
don't have
little too. It's just a little too much, man, to be concerned about. I'd
yeah,
rather stick with. I'd rather stick with who's it. And I hate to say it's like one of them. What have you done for me lately? Kind of things. I've not heard a song from Pusha SD. I've not heard a song from Gucci Man in years. So I'm just saying, man. As a fan, on top of it,
uh-huh.
I'm sorry, but you guys forced me not to care.
Okay,
Well,
but hold
Pusha
up.
Icy was in prison.
Hold
But
up. First of all, we live in a system of laws.
That as well. That as well. That's true.
Yeah, we live in a system of laws, and a lot of Negroes don't want to deal with that. This is not some
But
game.
no, that is some crazy
Hold
drama.
up, Jay.
Just
Hold
like
up,
Trump
Jay.
doing
Jay,
that. That's
can you hear
crazy
me?
as well.
Can you hear me, Jay? Jay, can
I
you hear
don't
me?
know if he knows it or not, man, but the Bible says in Matthew, God is not to be mocked, nor is the Messiah. So doing something like this on Trump's end, that's just crazy. That's just begging for That's begging for the universe to respond to you.
Yeah, his
And I guarantee, as soon as the universe respond to him, he's going.
yeah, hold up, Jay. Yeah, his people are going to forgive him and look the other way. But Jay, can you hear me?
Yo, can y'all
Can
hear
you
me?
hear me? Yeah, we heard. Yeah, Jay. I mean, but
I think my speaker messing up.
yeah, look, we live in a system of laws right now. You listen to the YouTubers, right? I know I'm a black man. I know exactly what they're saying when they say all of that stuff about don't go to the law and don't snitch. We still live in a system of laws. You know, we still live in one. Okay, you don't want that's that jailhouse. Once again, we can back that jailhouse. That's that jailhouse. You're right. In the jailhouse, and something happened is in the pod, and the people don't know about it. It's amongst us. Yeah, that's jailhouse stuff. But these people out here that's living their lives, they're not in jail. They do not have to live by those rules. They don't have to. They can.
Good
They
morning.
don't. I don't know what's going on with the thing.
Yeah, I can hear you. Play. I was just talking to my neighbor.
Anyhow, Donald Trump posts himself up. Donald Trump has posted himself up as the Messiah, a Jesus figure. He shows himself saving the life of a white man. Can he save the lives of those soldiers who are going to be returned in flag draped coffins that he started, a war that he's behind? If you're a parent and you want to say who's responsible for the death of my kid, Donald Trump. Donald Trump said yes. Donald Trump said, I want to go to war. Donald Trump said yes. And now your children are dying. And now Donald Trump is posting himself on as a Jesus figure. That's what he thinks about you. He believes he's holy. You are not. This is what we have. And nobody's saying anything about it. You got the MAGA. They're not going to say anything about it. They're not going to say anything because he is their Jesus. They love him to a fault. And this is the world we live in now, brother.
I'm glad that MAGA has gotten to the way it was, because it kind of shows that the hypocrisy. Like, a lot of MAGA will go after people on, like, whatever people, like, let's say the left or liberal people, and just be like, well, these people have a lot of infighting, but as soon as they end up as big as what they are, like Candace Owens or Tucker Carlson, they end up turning on each other, just for the simple fact that there's no other competition. So they just end up turning on each other, which is funny because it's a direct contradiction of what they stand for. So I'm kind of glad it's happening.
Hey man, I see Candace Owen go live, bro. It be 300,000 people watching at one time, bro.
You're stupid people, bro.
The
It's like,
hey,
yeah,
whatever it is, bro. 300,000 at one time, bro. That's a lot of people, bro. That's a
yeah.
lot of people that support, bro. And that is the person that I seen with the most views on a live situation. I've never seen nobody with more views, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know,
man.
but it all make for good. What do you call that? Because they all getting their information from the same type of people, or the same person. Let's say PIs or whatever. Inside men or inside women that work for certain companies. Because other than that, their content don't really work. Because they just a step above the regular folks that got information. But hey man, more power to them, bro. I'm all about a cat getting their bread. I don't care how they get it, bro. Just, as long as
And
you happy, bro.
do you watch The Boys?
Who?
The Boys, the TV show. It's an Amazon TV show.
Nah.
Well, it's a fun show because they making fun of the people like MAGA on that show, but a lot of the people, they've been watching the show because it's like a superhero show, but they slowly starting to turn on the TV show because they didn't realize that they were always the butt of the joke. Like, they didn't realize it when they first started watching it. Now they're starting to slowly peep game. Like the
Wow.
entire
I don't even
yeah,
watch the commentary like that, to be honest with you.
yeah, like the entire show is like, what are you eating? Yeah, the entire show is making fun of people like MAGA, the people who, will just say ridiculous stuff and just getting people riled up, even when they know it's not true. They'll just make up stuff as they go. Like I think Candace Owens was like convinced like one politician was a trans person, even though she had like no evidence for it. She was just like she makes shit up as she go.
Yeah, I've
Man,
heard about
Kansas,
that.
Yeah, hold up.
Kansas always go ahead.
No, she's a classic example, like he was saying, terms of service. Yeah. And they got her. When they want to get rid of her, they can. But they do let people hang around and who break 100% break those terms of services. They do that because that's what she was doing, accusing that woman of being trans and all this stuff about all this stuff she's saying, all this conspiracy. They're not for conspiracies. It says that they don't even want you to come on here talking about what you think about that. But she does it all the time. But I'm sure they'll take care of it though. They'll
She'll
deal
She's
with
get
it.
it too. Let's keep it a buck. Kansas get it. Get it.
yeah. I mean, like it's just sad that this is the state of the world we live in, to where like I just want to like get into a conversation. I mean, I kind of do, but I kind of don't, because I know those people are just like very, very, very stubborn. So they'll probably try to yell over you and talk over you and be like, "This is what it is. You just refuse to believe it. You got the wool over your eyes. I can bring a horse to water, but I can't make like that type of bullshit. Like realistically, you can't. There's no way you grew up like morally within like let's just say at least like a medium level moral like household and look at the stuff you're doing and just be like, yeah, like this makes so much sense. Like no, like most of the stuff you're doing is derived to make you angry, and you think there's a common enemy to go after, like which is the left or the liberals or something like that, but it's really not. Like everybody, let me rephrase that. The common enemy is the people that are feeding you that content. They're trying to get you.
Bro, the comment section is crazy if you look at the screen.
No, we have a few slip by. We deal with them though. They get dealt with. We doing okay. This comment's all right. Matter of fact, I'm finna open the dungeon up too. I never had that many people down there. I'm finna let them go.
The
Yeah,
dungeon.
man. You might as well, cause it ain't gonna do nothing but push the channel. That's all it's gonna do. Get you some more views. Cause that's all people really want to say. And what you was just
I
saying.
don't want their views. Well, they can disagree, but they got to say it the right way.
mm, I know, like just being on here, like this is my first time really getting on. Well, this is my only time calling anybody live is with Platt, and because it was the stance he was taking on like the Americans and the soldiers. And as far as I'm concerned, he doing something for like black soldiers you don't hear too often, or you don't hear at all. You know what I'm saying? Like just a level of concern. And I know when I get
Yeah.
on here, I
Mhm.
go how I go on my words, and I let cats just pop off, bro.
Watch this. Watch this
So
right
that's
here.
it.
Hey, his name's Agnes. Agus. Is that Agus? Agus Odine.
Yeah, he grew up
Agus.
mad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Trump
all
Agus.
his
tripping,
life.
man.
Hey, Agus. What he said?
I
Jesus
don't agree
wasn't
with it.
white, black, or white. What was he, Agus? I bet you if I showed you a portrait of a Asian Jesus, I bet you'd have a problem with it. I bet you if I had a black Jesus, a white Jesus, and an Asian Jesus, I bet you the only one you'd have a problem with is the black and the Asian. I don't care. I heard what you see what you put on there. He wasn't black. You guys say that all the time. You know he. You mean he? Get out of here. He's white. You know he's white, and you know you're gonna paint him white. And I know he was over in the Middle East and all of that, and he's Jewish, and I get all of that, but you're gonna paint him white. I know you. You're talking to the wrong guy, Agus. You're talking to the wrong guy. Agus, he's white. Jesus is white to you. And you know it. Why you come on these channels with the BS? That's a white man. Just like Superman's a white man, Jesus is a white man. You agree with that, Tabor? Tabor. I can't hear you, Tabor. I can't hear you. I wish you know what, I ought to do it and put it up. People only have problems about the depiction of a white Jesus when you make him other than that. When we can have a conversation, we can go to church together, and you can say, yeah, Jesus
Yo,
not white
can you hear me,
or
Put?
black. Yeah, I hear you. You can say Jesus not white or black, right? Right? Until I show you a picture of my Jesus and it's an Asian man. That's when you start telling me that ain't Jesus. You that's yeah. Yeah, they'll say that all day. Yeah, as long as I don't make them black. That's what I'm saying. As long as if you say Jesus ain't black or white, okay, well don't make him black or white then, right? Don't make him black. No, don't make him black. That's what you mean. You mean what you really mean is he's not black, but you'll say black and white. If I make him Asian, you're gonna tell me that ain't Jesus, man. How you gonna put a picture of an Asian man? You see what I'm saying? But you said he's not black or white. What difference does it make, right? Right? It matters. Or Mexican, you're right. It matters. It matters, man. And you know it matters. You can go into the black community right now, you're gonna see depictions of Jesus Christ on black churches as white men, as a white man. And on top of that, the entire congregation is black. Yeah. Yeah, you will. You'll see them on the wall, painted on the
I
wall.
already know. I was in church as a kid, bro, and you know I'm a grown person. So I was telling y'all the other day when I was on live, bro. I'm grown. I can see things. I got two eyes, bro. I got ears. I'm watching what you watching, but my perception of it is not the same. And when it comes to my conversation and um and how I view it or how I speak about it, yeah, it's gonna be totally the opposite, bro. I'm not going for it, bro. You can't. It's certain things you can't tell me over time. History have shown me what it's shown me, and the lack thereof, as far as what I didn't learn in school, what you find out about how humans treat other humans out here in the real world. Why you can't get a job? You know, you got the same skill set or even better, and you competing with somebody that ain't got no skill set at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? I done been through that. I experienced that personally. I don't know if I tell you about working for a certain company was making money or whatever. Probably have. Um, and I got fired because they gave another dude that didn't even know the job. You know, and I get it. That was his dad and them own the company. But it is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all people just can't convince me certain things, man. And then I'm gonna look at your life and then I'm gonna judge you. I judge everybody, bro. I walk through life and I judge people just like everybody judge me. I give an application, they go judge me based on what's on that application. I look a certain way, they go judge me. I go places, they go feel away. I get judged all day, bro. So even when people be like, don't judge me, I look at it like, come on, bro. You walk through life getting judged all day long. So you
Look,
you telling
mm,
something, go ahead.
no. Respect to you, Kyler. Respect to you. My daddy taught me Lord White Jesus. Thank you. Because that's something you don't see on social media, the truth. Yeah, they're gonna say that's like I'm saying. I've had these conversations. They'll say Jesus is not black. If I got a black Jesus, they'll say, man, Jesus ain't black or white. If I got a white Jesus, they say nothing. Like
My thing
exactly.
is, it astounds me that people actually have these conversations, and it my whole thing is, why would that even matter? First of all, if you read any Bible, you should already know that Jesus is neither black nor white. He's Jewish, so it really even shouldn't even matter. Second of all, it's like, why would that even matter? Does that make your race more superior than the other because Jesus was white or black? Let's say I was talking to a Jewish person and then he was like, oh, he was Jewish, he wasn't white. Okay, does that make him more superior? Like, that's not what Jesus himself preached. So like, why would that all of a sudden matter? Like, those type of conversations just like send me. Like, people just have.
well, you
I,
gotta be careful of you're right. Those are religious conversations. We're not getting to them over here, but you have to be careful with who you talk to about that faith. You know, you say you're talking to a Jewish first. You have to be careful with that one. Um, my thing is, if I make them Asian, right? I can. You can sit there and have. You can have a church service. You have a church service with whites and blacks, in the South, and I can turn around and come with a Chinese Jesus, and I promise you, both of those people who say Jesus is not white or black, both of those people have a problem with that him being Asian. Well, you say it's not white or black. What difference does it make? Right? You say it's color don't matter, right? It matters. It matters. So the only
Yeah,
I think,
1,000%
I think
that
it
yeah,
matters.
matters.
I think it
they only
matters
say
to some
hold up,
people.
they only say that when the Jesus is portrayed as non-white. Anytime you make Jesus non-white, people gonna start yelling about it, and they're gonna start telling you it don't matter what his race is. That's
And it's funny.
his color. His color. My fault. His color.
And
I
it's
think that's
funny because nobody, this is how I know nobody's read the Bible. Because if you look, and I'm sorry, but I got to come through the door with this. If you look at Revelation chapter 1, verse 14, it tells you what Jesus looks like. That's how I know nobody's read the Bible. It gives an exact description of what he looks like. Skin of bronze that has been burnt in the furnace, and the hair of wool. What people on earth have woolly texture? This is exactly why I will never listen to no. I'm sorry, I won't listen to anybody who cannot at least acknowledge that first. Because
Like
one,
what? My
go
bad. Go ahead,
ahead.
bro. What you said, bro, and it ain't. And I just wanted to say this, but what you said, it ain't that they ain't read it. They read it, bro. But they go put it out how they want to put it out, and that's what I be
right.
saying about a lot of things when I be up here. Like it look, you know what it is. You can see it. We all reading the same text. We all know it. But the way you put it in our face, you trying to act like I ain't got two eyes, or I can't read, or I can't hear. Come on, man. It be choices, bro. It be choices, bro. But go ahead, bro.
No, I know, but that's where the ignorance comes in. Because it's like a math equation. You're getting two here, you're getting two there. It must equal. And I guarantee you, everybody else on earth gonna come in. Well, if you do this and that, it's five. What? No, it's as simple as it's supposed to be. This is that's why I don't even. And I agree with Platt. I don't even get into it because if you go based off of what the book says, you will be right 100% of the time. But if they can't go off of what the book says, they will be wrong 100% of the time. For the Bible also says, better to be every man a liar and for God to be correct. That's the truth. I'm telling you, man, you'll never, and that's the one thing, you'll just never get people to, with that alone, people don't even want to read or hear that. So they'll just
Bro.
make up in their mind that what they believe is what they believe. And I mean,
Cause
hey, cool.
they don't want certain things going on, bro. When they want to push a narrative, people gonna go out their way to push a narrative, and they will give you no real tangible evidence about a whole lot of things, and they just go talk. But if you start talking about, I can tell you about something, and I can tell you, bro, you can see it. Did you see this video? Did you see that video? And then be like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. I mean, at this point, bro, we have fought for. I think that there was a time that cops didn't wear body cams. Cops got body cams and still getting away with it on video, bro. So it's like it ain't nothing to be said. Y'all just rock out. Let me just stay out y'all way.
Yeah, that's ignorance. That's sheer ignorance. And the best form of what it could be, but that's textbook definition of ignorance.
That's what I mean. They play in the face all day, bro. I just don't be for it. That's why a person can't convince me to vote. I'll go vote for a teacher at a schoolhouse because it could possibly be, or for a PTA meeting. I can see voting like that. But like voting the way they play, nah, G. Nah, fell. I'm grown, bro. I'm grown. It's only so many times a chick can play in my face. You know what I'm saying? It's only so many times a person that I can feel my partner play in my face, my boss, the person at the store. Like, you just can't do that. You get one time. You know, the second time, you ain't gonna ever see me again. I ain't spending no money with you no more. Ain't no need for me to support. I ain't about to play with you, fam. Do you? That's the game you running. Play it all day.
Yep, yep. And it's a shame. See, we under that system like that. It is what it is. You know, I could give you an example of it last night, man. I was at real estate school yesterday. I got a question right. I got a question 1,000% right by the book. And you know what I have a well. I have a professor that is not of us. And you know what she said? She said, "Oh, you're reading too far ahead. If you know that to be right, you're reading too far ahead." And then it's funny because there was a alternative lifestyle dude on the other side of the class. He said the same thing I said, and she said, "Okay, well, I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but okay, you're right with this, you're right with that." And blah, it started lecturing. I was like, "Yeah, okay, I see exactly what's going on. Hmm, I get it, I get it." You're like, I know how to treat this class now. You act like you're the first teacher I done ran into that's gonna act a fool like that. You must not know. That's all right, because I'm gonna show you. Once again, just pass your class and get up out of there. But no, man, it's just the system we got to deal with. You know, it ain't gonna be forever. Dang sure ain't gonna be forever. But Trump a fool for that, man. He an absolute fool.
Yeah.
I can't rock with it. I can't rock with it. That's embarrassing. And then in the Bible it says God's not to be mocked, nor his people. So I mean, hey Trump, go ahead with that. But what happened to you, don't claim it to be unfair. Don't claim it to be unfair. But go ahead, y'all. Go ahead. I didn't want to get y'all let the next person speak.
Nah, we good, man. I'm just listening. But all in all, I know like there's not really going to be any valuable lessons to this, at least from the MAGA community and stuff like that. They're not really going to learn anything. But everybody else who's not a part of the groups like learned a lot though. Like just learning how they move and how they'll just like implode on each other and how you know basically at the end of the day, who's only winning is the people who just want to support. Like it like I, how do I put this? Well, like, what's a takeaway I can get from this situation? The people who want to see the truth, you're not really seeing the truth. You're just seeing what you want to see. It's just what's the word? Like you are just confirming what you. What's the word? I think it's a form of cognitive dissonance. You are basically looking for stuff that you want to believe is already true. Basically, so not really anything you're going to learn other than the fact that you can look for stuff that you already believe in.
There are people out there who really think that that's Trump, though. I mean, they really believe in Trump.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of them are idiots.
Yeah, and we have to share.
And let's just be honest. Let's just put our cards on the table. A lot of the black people and stuff like that. Okay, well, it's not even black people. A lot of the people that support Trump are usually business owners that just want to use Trump as a vice and suck his dick just for the simple fact that he gives them more what's the word, he gives them more freedom to run their businesses. That's the primary reason why a lot of people suck Trump. Like if we're not counting the racist bigoted people who just like slurp off anything Trump says as just racist or something like that, it's usually those type of people. Like a lot of the black MAGA people are those type of people that run businesses, and then because Trump is more lenient towards business owners, that's why they just suck his like absolute like
We
snob of
get
like.
that part. We get.
Yeah, so like we can just put our cards on the table. That's the only reason why people just
Well,
say what
you got to
the
play
cards
the
on
game.
the
You do have to play the game, but as a president, you don't. You shouldn't have to do that. The president is different. That's the problem. He's the president. If he's a businessman and he got special favors, people could understand that. But he's the president. He's in charge of us all. So that's the problem with him doing that. That's not good for us.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, like as far as like when you're the president, like who cares about right and wrong? At this point, it's just about furthering your agenda. They don't care about right and wrong anymore. Like they're past that point. Like to be a president, I think in these day and age, you kind of have to be a little bit sociopathic. I'm not saying that.
No,
I'm
you
not.
don't. No, you
Yeah,
don't.
I'm not
Trump
about that.
do that. Trump,
Well, I'm not
what-
going to stand so far on it as to say that that's something I can only stand on. And I can't disagree with you. Like it just might be something I just think in the moment, but it's kind of how I feel right now. It's not something that I have to absolutely stick by and be like, oh no, you can't convince me. No, no, no. I haven't studied enough presidents. I haven't researched enough presidents to make that bold of a claim. So I'll just say that.
All right. I mean, it just comes down to what you believe, man. And Trump was wrong for this, man. And I'm just surprised that so many people don't care. They don't think it's a big deal. We know if that had been on Barack Obama, it would have been the end of the world. They'd have made him apologize to Christians, apologize to all these people who look at Jesus a certain kind of way, and how dare you? But because it's Trump, nobody's gonna say anything.
I don't think it would have mattered that much in its entirety. The people who didn't like Obama would have just had more ammo, and the people who did would have just had more ammo to just support anything he said. So it wouldn't have mattered much anyway.
It would
They
have mattered.
both would have been wrong. So
Yeah, but they no way they would let Donald. I mean, there's no way America would let Obama defile their religion, especially if he was,
America was,
especially if he was doing it for political reasons. There's no way. There's no way.
America is a collective of people of like different, political backgrounds and beliefs. So of course, not everybody's going to agree, but a certain amount will. So
Well, they don't care though. He's a cult leader, and they're gonna believe him.
who you talking about, Trump?
Yeah, he's gonna get a pass on it
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
all the time, man. It's always gonna be this way, and we accept it. And that's one of the problems we have. We accept it. We'll accept anything. And you got people. Their daddy was a pastor. They grew up their whole life in the church, and they gonna think that they gotta some kind of way move on and accept Donald Trump, and they don't. They don't have to do that. You don't. You do not have to accept Donald Trump. If you don't agree with him, you don't agree with him. And hold up, and I got a picture. Hold up, let me put this picture up here. Got Donald Trump. Donald Trump decided to make himself, portray himself as Jesus. He put up a photo. He put up a picture. We don't know exactly what's going on with him, but he wants to portray himself as a figure, someone who's divine. We got dead sailors, soldiers coming back from Iran because of him. Is he going to bring any of those people back to life? Any of those people? His demonic interpretation of Christianity is disgusting. He has a Messiah complex. It's a cult. Now he's turned his following into a cult. People don't care. Isn't it something? And when you say, we had a guy in the chat say Jesus ain't white or black. I've heard that 1,000 times my whole life. Jesus is not, he's not white or black until you see him portrayed as something other than white. He's not white or black until you portray him other than that. I can go in the church right now, it's going to be a white Jesus, a depiction of a white man that's Jesus. I go in the black church, it's going to be a depiction of a white man as a Jesus. It ain't going to be no black man as no Jesus. It's going to be a white man. But if you dare try to depict him as a black man, if you go by what the Bible says, They're gonna attack that Jesus. Look, check this out. Look at this. I've always used Asian. Look at that. I said they go Jesus, and they say, well, who? What is that? I said that's an Asian Jesus. I don't think he white. I think he Asian. Then they always come back and they start having problems with that. That ain't Jesus. Why? How do you know? Did you see him? Do you know him? Your people talk to him? What do you mean? How you know? And you see what I'm saying? That's when they had to admit that what difference does it make? If black people make them black, why do you care? If Asians make them Asians, why do you care?
Now I don't know if they missed the conversation or they just trolling or they just like just too damn stubborn. They are literally doing that same conversation again about what Jesus actually was. Like he's a black man, he was a white dude. Like we're in a bubble. Like it feels like this is trolling at this point. Like I don't know if this is like are they trolling or are they being like for real? Are these your regular commoners? Like
Yeah, no,
black?
they really believe that.
Yeah, they just like weird. Like, why should it matter? Again, why should it matter what race he actually was? Like, first off, you're wrong. He's Jewish. It clearly tells you that in the Bible. But even if that wasn't the case, why would that matter? Like again, like in case you just got here, if a Jewish person was up here and saying and claiming that Jews are the superior race because Jesus was like, why would that even like make remote sense to? Why would that make remote sense in comparison to what Jesus actually believes, which is that no race is superior, we're all the same. So I just like I thought these people were troll. I thought these were your normal commoners or something like that, and they were just getting on just to like make fun and stuff like that. Like I do, I sometimes troll, but like man, like I don't know if these people are actually trolling. I think they're being dead serious.
Well, I suspect because it's religion, and I agree with them. But these same people have nothing to say about Trump. If you have something to say about Asian Jesus, why aren't you saying anything about Donald Trump portraying himself as Jesus? He's about as real as this Asian Jesus. You guys don't get that too. That's what I'm saying. That's why they're so caught up in kissing Trump's ass that they don't even see that Trump did the same thing.
I'm talking on what is Jesus done for civilization? I don't know, save it? Like, come on, like, what do you mean? Didn't he sacrifice himself? Did you read the Bible?
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's just weird conversations, man. Like, like I think these people are legit. I know you said that they're being dead serious, but I legit think some of them are trolling.
Nah, bro. They be real, and you know they be real because look at the state. Look how the world is, bro. Overall, people
But
stand on
now
BS. Well,
you are the perfect example, and I'm not saying that to come at you. You are the perfect example of like somebody who's like talks to a lot of people about these conversations because you just talked about it. How many times do people ask you very disingenuous questions just because they want to have conversation? Like you know they do this a lot.
I do it on this live all the time.
Right. But people would just like ask very disingenuous questions just to like spark conversation. They'll be like, "Oh, okay. Well, what color is the sky? It's blue. Well, is it really blue? It looks like a baby blue. Like, dude, like, why are we having this conversation? Like, what is the point of this?"
Well, Trump posted a picture that depicted himself as a holy figure, and he is the president. So when Trump does something, he's still the president of the United States. It's different when Joe Schmo does it. So yeah, and then Trump does represent a lot of Christians, a lot of people who every Sunday, this Easter, they believe in the word of God. Trump represents those people. So if he can say it's funny and actually it's not, it's blasphemous, it's a sin. But I don't hear any criticism. That's what I'm saying. So if I depict Jesus as Asian, if I stood on a corner right now, everybody would tell me I'm wrong, despite the fact they've never seen him. How do you know I'm not right? How you know? You don't know, right?
I,
Then
I don't think, bro. Like this is personally right. I don't think people be believing in the word like that, man, because there's always something that end up coming out for certain people, and you find out, and it's just like Yeah, they didn't believe in the word like that. They was doing what they was doing. You know, they'll use that to make their money. They'll use that to acquire power. They'll use that to manipulate people. But overall, they're not in fear. They're not no God fearing people, bro. They ain't fearing nothing. They out here moving treacherous. They ruining lives. They destroying people every day. They got things that go on with people that are innocent, or what you talking about our kids, right? That are innocent that grown adults are doing. You know what I'm saying? But will be still in practicing religion, telling you how you shouldn't be living. Y'all don't be believing that, bro. That's just me, bro.
I got you. You done lost your faith.
You said what?
You've lost your faith, brother.
You think so?
From what you just said,
I mean, it's what I see on TV. It's what I see going on in the real world.
life's not TV and it's not the internet either.
Man, it ain't. But you can't tell me them charges ain't real. These people getting dragged to court and getting these charges put on them from doing things.
Now, if
That's real, bro.
break the law, that is real. But just because a man is a pastor, that don't stop him from being a man. He's still subject to the desires of being a man. Same thing with a woman. All that
I,
stuff,
I,
you have to overcome that stuff.
I mean, I'm overcome. I got faith in what who I am and what I do.
Yeah, well,
I,
that's all you need to worry about, the message in yourself.
that's it.
What other people do, that's them. But that don't change. That don't shake my faith in what I believe in. There's
Oh
always
no, it
going to
ain't
be
shaking
bad
my
people.
faith. I'm talking about other people.
Yeah, somebody can go into a church and steal all the money. That's not going to make me lose faith in what I believe in. Somebody could be a Muslim and they can eat a pork chop in front of me. You know, that's not going to change the way I feel. All that stuff is supposed to happen. Anybody, if you've ever studied the word, that's going to be your journey. You're going to see all of that because it's going to be a test to your faith. They're going to see if you're going to buckle. You're going to get opportunities. You want women, you're going to get them. You into drugs, I bet you get drugs. I bet you when you go over Miss Sally's house, you knock on that door, her son's going to be one of the biggest drug dealers in the city, and he got a whole box of them. And you done with it. You done gave your life to God. You done walked that path. That's meant to be that way. That's your journey. You got to overcome that. You're going to be tempted, man. Ain't nobody, that's what we want. We don't want no temptation. We want it the easy way. You can't do it that way. It ain't meant to be easy. It's meant to be hard. The problem is you got to overcome it when it comes to you. When somebody is in wickedness, right? That's Satan, right? Are you going to let Satan come into your life? If you do, this is what he brings. Anytime drugs, just the fact that, you get on drugs and you get high, that right there, the Bible, you ain't supposed to seek whatever it is, whatever you decide to call it. You're not supposed to seek that from the smoke or whatever. You're supposed to seek your salvation in God. That should be all you need. I don't care about no smoke and weed and drug and pills. All that comes from one thing. And see, when people go that way, that's the God you serve. Then you got to deal with society behind that. Eventually, it's going to get you. And we just had a woman out here, sad too, sister, out here driving on suspended license, ran through a light, was drunk, ran over a little 12-year-old boy. He was chasing a basketball. He shouldn't have been doing it. It hit the rim and it bounced out into the street. And, he's a kid. He just ran. I don't think it was like 8. My fault. I gave him 12. He's like 8. He just ran out there. But you can see they got the camera. You can see him run behind the ball right into traffic. And she was speeding, suspended license, drunk. Now that woman finna do about 15, 20, 30 years in prison because of her God. Her God was that drug. They had already took her license. She still was out driving, and she was speeding, ran through a red light. So now she finna serve her God. You see what I'm saying? That's when you let yourself go like that, that's what happens. If she would have been serving the God she believes in, whether it was the Quran or the Bible, guess what? She wouldn't have been high. And she might have not even got in the car because she got a suspended license. Her life would have been completely different. But she chose to go a certain path. So yeah, Tabor, it's real. You know, I don't let these niggas fuck with my faith. I know what they are.
Oh yeah, fam.
Especially
I
when they
mean,
come
I get.
no, especially when they come around me talking scriptures and I know that they just be it. Well, I'm not gonna say it. Anyhow, they come around me talking scriptures and quote unquote, I don't believe they're like that. Oh, jailhouse nigga trying to gas me. That's what I'm saying. I don't fall for that.
Yeah,
I
G,
see the,
I in the
I
past
see
few
the
years. My bad.
no, I see the nigga with the Bible. He come up to me talking scriptures and stuff and telling me he just trying to do the right thing. And then I'm over here looking and I come back and I see him over here trying to put a chick number in his phone. I said, nah, this dude just running a hustle. He got a good hustle, but he ain't changed. He's still the same nigga. And then I give him nothing. I come out, all right, bro, you got me for that. I said, nah, I'm all right, man. I'm all right. You do your thing, brother.
I know I can say what I said to you, Platinum. I know how you made the statement that I lost my faith, fam. Believe me, bro. My personal situation, yeah, it ain't. It's been turned around. It's 180 completely different. Like I'm not even, as far as I'm concerned, I ain't even on the same timeline no more, bro. It's night and day where I used to be at, bro. And ain't nobody can tell me different. Nobody got it. Nobody can feed me no whatever line or whatever to motivate me, bro. I motivate myself. I know where I used to be. I know the conversations I had with myself. I know that I remember the days I was praying. I remember when it was really hard. I know what I got out of. So nah, ain't nobody can come around and shake this, bro. I make sacrifices on my own before I ask anybody to make one for me.
You're right. Well, you can't put your faith in man, brother. Because if you put your faith in man, you are going to be deceived. Just even with these pastors, you don't put your faith in the pastor. You put your faith in the word. So Negroes can go out and start churches all they want to. That doesn't change my faith. You know, so we had a guy out here lying to some woman. He was out here trying to pastor a church. He was lying and told her he was going to leave his wife. And she got tired of it, man. And she was a woman of faith and she took his life. She
Yeah, see, I
told
don't
her,
see how people play with people like that,
yeah,
man.
no. She told him that she knows she was wrong, but she said he was worse because she believed in him, and then the way he was acting, he had lied to her. So she said, I'll remove him so he can't sin again. Yeah, and man went to jail with a smile on her face.
Man, that's why I don't play with women, bro.
Yeah, she
I
had them.
be
No, she had them church glasses on. She had that one of those sanctified lady skirts on. She was looked like she had a little something up under that though.
this
A
dude.
little bit, no, not a little bit, no. She had some big legs, man. You had, and they locked her up, man.
Yeah, it sounds like she looked like a straight squad. That's man, I'm telling you, I don't play with women, bro. My first baby mama let me know what it is. Like, and that's why I would rather be brutally honest. And even if I'm around you, I'm not trying to play. I don't play with their emotions like that. I don't do none of that, bro. I don't do none of that, bro. I know how bad it can be. I already experienced it, bro. It only took one. I learned my lesson, bro. That's why I just walk away.
Yeah, and that's the thing about these guys talking about transgenderism, brother. Where you getting that anybody supports stuff like that? See, that's what I'm saying. That's why they try to hang. When you say woke, to me, I think I want to be treated fair. I want to be treated different because I'm black. Okay, when you say woke, but you really talking that gay shit, and then where you getting it, I support that. That's what I'm saying. But they try to They try to lump black people in all of that. I don't know where you getting that from, brother. That's you know, and you can say Obama. They try to lump black people struggle, the struggle of black people, in stuff like that.
Yeah, when they make the comparisons and all that.
Yeah, I'm talking about being treated fair. I'm not talking about nothing else. They try to lump that into the black struggle. Man, hey man, I don't know why you asking me for too much. I want to be treated fair. I want my kids to be treated fair. I want my family to be treated fair. I want to live a fair life. As far as that other stuff down that rabbit hole, and they probably don't want to hear that's the white man's rabbit hole. See, they don't want to hear that. They do not want to hear that. That ain't the black man's pursuit. That's the white man's pursuit. That is the white man's pursuit. When you start talking about women, a lot, I'm not going to say all, I grant you that, but you'd be surprised at the number of black men and their attraction to females, women. That's been the white man's pursuit, all that trans stuff. And then they try to put that on you, talking about you're a liberal. Well, who's a liberal? Where you getting that from? Where you getting that from? And then Peter Thiel is the main financial supporter to J.D. Vance. That's a gay man, Peter Thiel. You more closer to the gay stuff than I am. You support J.D. Vance. You 100% support Trump and J.D. Vance. But they do that to try to hang that on black people. And most of them are gay. And then when you start talking about the white woman, she used to lie and said a black man was taking advantage. Turns out they was having a relationship.
Who?
Even though the white woman was having a relationship with a black man, even though she was married to a white man, when she get caught, she screamed and said a black man came in there and violated her, and they hanged the black man. A lot of these dudes in there, a lot of these white dudes, they're gay. They sleep with black dudes, then they turn around and talk about woke and all that, and they're the ones that's gay. They're against woke. They're the biggest woke people out there. And if Jesus is not black or white, well, let's make him Asian. You cool with the picture right there? That's an Asian Jesus. You cool with that?
Man, that's a tough picture, bro. That picture tough, bro.
If somebody showed you that picture, which one would you say is Jesus?
Man, to be honest with you, I wouldn't even answer the question, bro.
I tell a person with that picture right there and say, I don't know. You tell me.
That's crazy, that picture, bro. Like, I'm really looking at this photo of me, dog. Bro, you gotta do him like that, man. You found out on the internet, man, or you made that?
I could fix his teeth.
That's cold, bro. That's cold, bro. Yeah, man.
But that's what I'm saying. So when people say he's not black or white, well, let's make him Asian. Because, see, I know they don't mean that. They just talking.
Yeah.
Black people, too. Let me put black people in the middle of that. I could do this to a black person. They say, well, Jesus ain't black or white, baby. I'm going to say, you sure? I'm sure. So, okay, let's make him Asian. If it don't matter, his depiction, why you got a problem with me making him Asian? You see what I'm saying? That's when you'll see the true, they'll tell you their true colors right there. There you go.
Yeah, man. I didn't walking through life, man, and dealing with folk. It ain't even about religion to me because I was raised a certain way. It's just about people's actions, and you only gotta show me. I mean, when I was young, being naive, partner do something, it's cool, whatever. And then you get older, man. Nah, I ain't going for it, bro. People make decisions. They smart enough. And I was really doing the when I did intake for Star Hope downtown Houston, Texas, bro. and I seen all the vets come in. And, you know, I know they get a check because my dad used to talk crazy sometimes, but I know he got that check, and no matter what, that check kept coming in. So that means he know how to keep that money coming in. He be compliant to the folk. He just he compliant to what he want to be compliant to, bro, and he makes sense of what he want to make sense of. You know what I'm saying? But he'll talk crazy to you. Let people rock out, man. Just move out the way. It's just easier, man.
It's easy, man. That's the whole thing, man. Life ain't easy though, Tabar. It
I
ain't.
think it is.
Okay, well, you good. You could
I
drive. You
think
know
it is.
what, Tabar? Check it out. You can drive a 18-wheeler, right?
Yeah.
I can't drive an 18-wheeler. What you think is easy, see, I can't even do that. Bro,
Yeah.
you want to talk about a road, you want to talk about a crash? Bro, if I got behind an 18-wheeler, I'd be in the news within an hour.
I mean,
Major crash on the highway, Ain't no way. Nah, I can't drive those things, man. They too wide. I'm just not used to something that wide to be able to control, your that past your window, and then all of that length, and then to be used to saying you stay aware, hey, you got a trailer behind you. So I can't make that turn. Why? Because I have a trailer behind me. Oh, let me find a parking space. Yeah, you got all them people. The truck drivers know how to. They know they have to keep that into account. They ain't in a small truck. They certainly ain't in a car. So that's what I'm saying. You have to control all of it. In addition to all the tickets, and then people can hit you, and well, that's what you have to put up with.
yeah. So I guess so, and I get what you're saying because certain people know how to make more money and it's easy to them, and I don't know no clue of what they doing. So right, so I guess, but nonetheless, for me, it's easy. For me, it's simple. Life is both, right? There's people around you, they gonna move how they move. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with if they go left or right at any given time. What the biggest things I had to learn, like even though I tell somebody I would do something, if I'm halfway through it and I could take a loss because I'm doing it, I just stop doing it. I had to learn that. It's easy for me now, bro. It's just easy.
I
It's just
got you,
easy.
brother. I got you.
Just to maneuver a certain way. It's easy for me to respect people, right? Stay out people way. You can see things on their face. You know, you see people want to clown, and ain't no need to talk to them about it. Just move around. I want to see tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I got some things going on I want to be a part of. I want to eat a slice of pizza next week because I got a plan for it. It's easy for me, bro. It's easy.
I got you, brother. Now hold up. I got a question for the chat. I got a question. Is Jesus black? Is Jesus my fault? Is Jesus white? Yes or no? Is Jesus white? And a few people gonna be honest. They're gonna say yes because they believe he's white. And those are the people. Those are the true, honest people. Of course, they're not going to say that. A lot of people, because they don't look at the question. They don't trust the question. I'm not a white guy. If I was a white man and I thought Jesus was white, I'd put down he white. Look at that. Okay, I got you. I got you. Nobody's gonna tell. All right. I got you, man.
Nobody was gonna say what.
Nah, they not gonna say he's white. I got you. He said many white people have helped him.
Yeah,
What does that got to do with
what?
Jesus? I
What they
don't know.
got to do? What are you talking about,
I
man?
don't know,
What are you
man.
talking
I got
about?
you. I'm
Man,
that's
boy.
you could have. Thank you. Say yes, he was a Jew. Yes, we got one guy to tell the truth. There you go. One. Thank you, Shellahan. Why you know what? And this is what I'm saying. You get into stuff where I don't agree, but still, what's wrong with you believing what you believe? He said Jesus was white as fuck. I mean, like, I get what you're saying. That's my whole point. Why we have to sit around here and lie? You believe that he's a white guy, right? Or a white Jewish man. I'm saying when people say it don't matter his color, what you do here, I think it does matter. And I think it matters. See, this is another thing. It matters to the black community. You guys are asleep on the black community. You listen to Fox News, you listen to some of these podcasts. You guys really think black people are not 100% lockstep in the white community? Man, black people got all you don't go to black church. They got all types of white Jesus all over those churches. You need to go. You never been. Take a look inside. They don't draw Jesus as no black man. Jesus is a white man in all these churches. Jesus is a white man in their Bibles.
You ain't never lied, bro. I can't
Yes.
remember the time I went to a church and was other than that.
Yes, and I only put that out there, make him an Asian man, because even you know what, and I normally do this to black people. That's when they start telling the truth. Man, you think he white? And what color was Jesus? They'll give me all that. Look at the Bible and all that. And then you say, well, what about if he's Jesus? If he's Jewish? That's when they say, oh, he ain't Jewish. How you? I mean, if he Asian, he ain't. How you know he ain't Asian? You ever seen him? No. Why you know he ain't Asian? Why? Okay. Say he's not black and white. That's what you said. Okay. What about Asian? Maybe he's Asian.
Yeah, comments be wild, bro. Boy, sitting at work, got that little iPod in. What did Morgan Freeman say? I think that's like the third time I seen that comment about Morgan Freeman.
Is it or Rush? Make them Russian, huh? There you go. Well, why not? If you believe he's Russian, why not?
Dude,
Why
dude,
can't he be?
what? Well, I don't know. I guess that Russians would be Catholic.
Yeah, I don't know what they practice in Russia. Do they have religion in Russia?
Religion everywhere. Religion
Okay.
everywhere.
Yeah, I
I
don't
know
know.
that. It give people hope. I know it does. In times of bad, people pray to something. I mean, I get some don't.
We got Donald Trump. We got Donald J. Trump. We got Donald Trump. Donald Trump decided to post himself as Jesus over this weekend. They're doing a blockade. Somebody said that that's not going to work. The Chinese have warned America. I don't want to go to war. I don't want to go to war with the Chinese. They warned America, do not interfere with their ships. America said we're going to blockade and prevent ships from leaving.
Man, talking about going to war with China, bro.
If they mess around there and sink a Chinese ship, they can look at that as act of war.
I mean, as long as they don't come here, bro.
Well, a war is about not having to ask permission. You said as long as they don't have to come here. Well, we go to war with them, they are going to come here. And get used to your. Let me tell you something. Get used to your water, your freeze dried, whatever. Get used to your food that you got to have. And then you might not have no water, but get used to your food that you got to put like water in to eat. You won't have a hot meal for years, brother. What's that movie? I Am Legend. If we go to war with China, that'll be your life. I Am Legend. That's how you'll be living.
Well,
Probably a
look,
you might have a dog, you might have a pet. That's about it.
I just delivered this morning to like Jasmine, Texas warehouse or something. They got all the food for convenience stores. I know where all the major food places at, bro. I know all of that. I know where they keep the guns at in Houston. I know everything. I delivered to them. But nonetheless, I see what you saying. I mean, I don't want to live like that, bro. That's why I don't want to bring it here. Like they can do whatever they doing overseas, bro. Let's just leave America alone, please. I just want to give me some money, mate, and go home and chill. I don't want no problems, man. Y'all go fight wherever y'all want to go fight at.
Gotcha. Well, appreciate you, Tabor.
For sure, bro. For
Hold
sure.
up, Tabor. Appreciate the financial support too, man. Thank you very much, man.
Yeah, man.
Now you know what? Tabor come up here, y'all disagree, and it's all we just having a conversation. We trying to learn from each other, but he supports the platform financially. So the same people come up here whining about Tabor. Do you support the platform? Do you support the platform? And how do you expect this type of podcast to stay afloat if you don't support it? I was looking around doing the Floyd Mayweather. Noticed very few people commented on that. You want to listen to what they got? What you want to listen to what they talking about? Huh? Kevin Samuel said that. He said black people do not support black content creators. And he said then they complain that there's nothing out there for them.
Yeah, bro. It's true.
Yeah.
And when they support the ratchetness. They don't support what
Mm-hmm.
really can inspire, you know what I'm saying, or have open discussions and you hear different people viewpoints, you know what I'm saying, to come together and agree as a whole. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, I man, listen. uh, I'm telling you, bro. This is why I be telling, like, when I be having conversations up here, I be like, bro, just focus on the kids, bro. There's a kid out there that can use your little bit of support you got going on, whatever words, because you try to tell it to an adult, man. You talking to a brick wall, bro.
You got it. But all right, though, Tabor, we
All right,
appreciate
player,
it.
man. Until next
All
time.
right. All right. Take care of yourself, bro. Don't hit nothing. All right.
For sure, bro. You too.
All right. And we out of here, man. We appreciate everybody. Um, you can support the platform. We got the Cash App. It's right there going back and forth. You can do it even when we're not live. You can support the platform. Hit me a Cash App. You want to support us. We got the super chat. Obviously, you can do it now. It's been a minute, man. I need $100 sent up the super chat. We got to get that thing jump started. And just overall, man, we try to help, man. I think this was wrong what Trump did. I mean, you can disagree. I think what he was wrong. I am amazed why so many people have become blinded and support this man like a cult, like he's David Koresh or Jim Jones. He can do no wrong. It's crazy to me, man. The Branch Davidians, that was a cult. The Branch Davidians was a bunch of people, sad people. They got together. This wasn't even the internet. They had got together, probably not in a forum group, not even the way we're used to it. The Branch Davidians were a group of people who believed that the comet, they could jump aboard a comet. You know, and that's what I'm saying. If that's what you want to be, we know Jim Jones was a pastor. I don't know about his faith. You're a conservative, yet you think Trump can do no wrong. And you're a conservative. Like the stream, man. Support the platform. This dude spent 3 hours here. Now he's talking about he's leaving. Man, get your ass out of here. I'm gonna block you. We out, man.